that flash. Clears as close as he can, posted up, and that's the chance. It's only the tag. He's the first cleanly has. Nexus is next victim, and oh dear, Perfecto stepping well above the expectations. Amanek loud about this, stampeding in, and the spray is there. 1 versus 3, 4 in total.
Welcome to G4's Crash Course, where we partnered with ESL to bring you IEM Cologne 2021, one of the most prestigious championships in Counter-Strike. In the first LAN event since the COVID-19 pandemic, 24 teams took part in the competition leading up to this final moment, the grand final between G2 Esports and Navi, with the winner taking home the trophy and a $400,000 payday. If this is your first time seeing CSGO, we're going to take a minute to get you up to speed before jumping into the grand final. So grab a pen, a notebook, and the nearest diffusal kit, because I'm going to help you learn about one of the greatest esports of all time, Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is a round-based tactical first-person shooter where one team, the terrorists, or T side, tried to plant a bomb, and the counter-terrorists, the CT side, try their best to prevent that from happening. Each round you will receive funds based on how you did in the previous round that will help you buy weapons, armor, and equipment. You'll also get a chance to play both sides of the field because the two teams will flip sides at round 15. The goal? Be the first team to hit 16 round ones in total. Simple, right? At the start of the game, both teams will engage in a pistol round. Typically in a competitive matchup, both teams do not have the cash to buy the guns and gear they need, so they'll need to complete the objective using their wits, some light equipment, and of course, their trusty pistol. Games like CS are a tug of war, and how much money you have in any given round is the rope. When watching CS, it's best to pay attention to a few key areas, and thankfully, the Counter-Strike Observer mode is easy to understand when you know what you're looking for. First, the player list. This will tell you how many players are alive on both teams, what weapon they're using, whether or not they have the bomb, and how much utility, i.e. grenades, flashbangs, and smokes they have left at their disposal. Next up, the minimap. Some would argue that this is the most important thing to look out for when watching CS or any esport that has a minimap. It'll tell you where players are facing and what the play could look like. On the previously mentioned player list, all players have a correlating number assigned to them, a number that's visible on the minimap to let you know who's positioned where, even though you might have to squint a little bit to see it. Those are the basics. Now, let's take a quick dive into little tricks you might see from some of the best teams in the world. You'll sometimes notice that a player will immediately flick their aim to a wall and then a light will faintly flash nearby. That's a flashbang grenade going off. What it does is remove the most important thing a player needs to fight, which is their vision. It makes sense though, if someone was throwing a blinding light in your face, you'll try to get away from it too, so don't be too concerned if you see that and think that the player is crazy. Another thing you might notice is that when a player shoots their gun, they're usually standing still. There's a reason for that. It's called recoil and it affects your accuracy. Because this is a tactical shooter and not an arena FPS game like Quake or Halo, you can't just fly into a room, guns blazing. Granted, you could spray and pray like I do with an SMG, but honestly, from personal experience, let me tell you, you ain't gonna get that far. Lastly, while watching the game, you're going to see outlines of players in either yellow or blue. Don't worry, the players do not see that. It's for you at home to get a better understanding of the action and know when a potential elimination or even a clutch play could happen. Counter-Strike is an awesome game with a rich and vibrant history. From incredible rivalries to breathtaking moments, CS has it all. There is a metric crap ton more to Counter-Strike, but I wanted to hook you up with some of the basics, and I hope this helped you understand Counter-Strike if you've never seen it before. And with that, I'm going to toss it over to my good friend Frankie Ward to kick off the IEM Cologne Grand Final between G2 and Navi. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some CSGO action.
I'm here in Cologne for the finals of Intel Extreme Masters, and it has been an epic 2 weeks of Counter-Strike. Although unfortunately, 22 of the 24 teams that made it here weren't good enough to be in contention for that whopping great big trophy over there and a lion's share of the $1 million prize pool. So who is still here, ready to compete? It's Navi and G2. Let's find out how they got here.
Well, we've changed up the name a little bit, but the history still echoes through the halls of the Lanxess to this day. The sounds of fans can be screaming as each and every ace or clutch comes to be witnessed by all of us. Even in the year that we can't be there, it's something that you can feel down to your soul. Today, G2 and Navi are doing the digital dash. Its winner takes home the prestige, loser regroups with their head high. But let's be real. Winning this event may be one of the most important take-homes either team has had. 500 some days ago, we last saw this matchup on LAN, which fatefully was the last final that we had offline. Welcome back, everybody, for the second installment of G2 versus Navi for the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne 2021. We're gonna go check down on the sidelines. We've got Frankie coming at us live from Cologne.
So there you have it. That's how Navi and G2 made it to the grand finals. And in a way, at least in their mother's eyes, both teams and their players are champions. But legitimately, there's only one who's going to rock it all the way to the trophy presentation tonight. And I think it's probably about time that we jumped into the action. So stick with us. And after this commercial break, we're going to be diving into map number 1.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Freeze drive ritual!
One early morning it was
I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you've used your time wisely and you've got your drinks and your snacks ready to go, because Na'Vi and G2 are about to face off in this first map of the best of 5 final here at IEM Cologne. And I actually need to go and watch this, so I'll see you guys on the other side.
Around the world we go, but the diffuse is coming in. He's still going. Oh, just about gets it as the flames come in, and look at the little dance of happiness. Why would they slow down? There's the flash. That's going to catch Crims out. They're going to push on through. MBK gets one, but Crims with a spray down. He gets himself the triple. The Fnatic are not done yet.
Simple just jumping casually into the side. He's going to fall down and get rid of it. What is it? Touch from Simple. Are you serious? What is that? You can't do that, Simple. That's not allowed. This is not FPL.
Again, he's up to 11 kills and looking for number 12. Are you kidding me, Shroud? 4 kills. Can anyone take this man down? He's got 12 and all. He's a one-man army.
And now it's on to Electronic, trying to isolate. Oh, himself! He reads it! He reads it! And an arc! A power surge right through two!
He's going to get that shot, and it has to feel a little bit good. Out middle of the air to take down Alex, and now they're pushing. Oh, you are kidding me! He takes every single one from nothing to the AWPs.
With this 8th installment, the Cathedral becomes home to a new breed of champion, a team of masters. Today, we crown a new champion between Na'Vi and G2, a rematch of the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2020 Grand Finals, and one that is certainly memorable. Perhaps not so much for G2, but maybe that's because there weren't so many rounds to be remembered either. I've got Moses and I've got Maniac, who are also looking at this team and thinking that today might just be a different day for them versus Na'Vi.
Oh boy, Na'Vi up against G2. It's a treat, and the fact that it's the first LAN back after seeing them go head-to-head, G2 definitely going to be looking to do a little better than the 3-0 we saw previously.
Yeah, they have to be fed up with being a meme at this point, sure. There's one thing, you know, making fun of yourself, having the jokes about it.
You know, it's like wipe the sweat off your chest, take a deep breath, fist bump your cousin, fist bump your teammate, and just get back into that game state, that flow state you want to be in. You can't let a round slip away just from your mind wandering, starting to think about the ramifications of your actions. You just got to be in that moment, live in the present, and put your best foot forward. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's happening. Grand Finals, best of 5, and it starts on Dust 2, G2 up against Na'Vi.
Interesting setup already here from G2. Nobody over towards A. They're playing 3 towards mid doors, 2 towards B. 1x bet odds favoring Na'Vi. The CIS squad, quite heavy favorites, actually, all things considered. And already we have an information play coming through the upper tunnels. Perfecto might get clamped in on here from mid and upper dark.
Yeah, but so he spots a lot. Knows their doors, knows their tons. Na'Vi would say surely surge forward on long. And actually, Perfecto takes one with him. They're on the hunt, and it's cost Hunter his life. He could even take more. Bits already neutralized Nico. They have the sight. They surely have the round, just like that. And Perfecto with some high impact in these tons. And he's keeping him so busy. The whole rotate's being kept busy. Look at this man survive. Finally, they put a bullet into his head.
The bomb's down. It's ticked by about 10 seconds so far. Not going to be easy, but there is a kit in play on Nexa.
Simple's P250 finds his first frag of the final.
Jack's trying to do some damage on his way out the door. Headshot into Electronics, nice. Boomich with the trade. And now Nexa hoping and hold on to that kit and flash. That'd be great to use in the next round of play.
Interestingly enough, Na'Vi is 0-2, converting their second rounds after winning pistol on Dust 2. So just keep your eyes out on that. We'll see if they can buck that trend early.
Look, I want to put all the praise on Perfecto early there. Sure, he was in the final with this Na'Vi roster last time round, but he's still one of these newer players. He's been playing Tier 1 Counter-Strike online for the last year and a half, had a little bit of LAN experience before that. Maybe you'll remember Simon Gaming. Looks like Na'Vi are gearing up to go out mid to B.
Hunter. Oh, perfect with the CZ. Got greedy for the gun.
Well, right now they need to deal with Nico here. Up close and personal. This Deagle stings.
It does, especially in Nico's hands. Needs the first. Body shots are good, but Perfecto draws that crosshair. From your professional player standpoint, when you were playing, you weren't jumping around corners in the same capacity we see from Na'Vi.
No, even just weapons weren't used to the same potential as they are now, right? Yeah, sure, we'd buy SMGs on the anti-eco rounds, but it wasn't actually, the nuance wasn't there to the same level. And Boomich and Perfecto, they play those supportive elements, opening up sights with their presence alone. Those jumps, they force that crosshair wider into more awkward angles, and you saw that just there. Because Nico, traditionally, right, you get him with a deagle in hand, we're always thinking, yeah, he's pretty good for one. Well, they've just made that one of the hardest kills to make. If he doesn't land that shot immediately, he has to adjust back, and he gets taken on down. So 2-0. And this is what you're looking for Na'Vi. Sure, there's a casualty, bit goes down, but it is still considered a clean round, because you have to go for some information somewhere. It's good trading. 2-0 now, and Simple on the hunt. He is going to find Nexa. That's nothing carried through to the next round here, and this is where we will be looking at G2 keeping it very, very honest with their purchases. Well, here it is. It's going to be the 5 USPs. They have Hunter over towards that B bomb site. Now, he's going to see a lot of that once he gets onto the T side. We've noted throughout this tournament his flanks through the B bomb site when they are on the attacking side can be a bit of a nuisance.
Now, look at Electronic. He's going to catch a glimpse of an awful lot.
Hello, everybody.
And that'll be the cue for G2 to remove this stack of stinging USPs.
G2 are in the right place. The problem is here is the weaponry. Really not a whole lot they can do here if they're hitting a couple things. That's looking great, but Electronic starts to rip off the head. Simple will chime in as well, and Jax, he grabs one short, but that one's mopped up. All right, well, now we can actually get into the nitty-gritty, and eyes on Amanek here. He brings out the AWP, so does Simple. Now, Amanek, he's been very, very handy. He's been looking fantastic, filling that void and actually making it work. You need to see a good performance here.
A lot of CT utility deployed to contest for this, and Simple will be locked out, and so will his teammate. It's Perfecto that's on the blue pin, trying to dart back into safety. Oh, they're going to molly him out. What's he supposed to do? He's completely locked in.
He can just live here. All this info is great. The team can take territory off of this. There's 3 players trying to deal with Perfecto right now. Amanek's cheating back over towards Cat to deal with that. Hunter's towards Spawn, and Jax isolated on that B bomb site. But Perfecto is still alive, and he's being pushed by 2.
Oh, he takes one with him again. Flashbacks to the pistol, again, just forcing the CT's hand. A 2-2 split of what remains of G2. We do see the Vanguard smokes deployed. It's all smoke and mirrors. Hunter's on the rotate. Jack's pushing aggressive. Electronic a chance, and that's the B defender gone on his aggress. Oh, and they're just coming too thick and fast. Fights on mid, one out. Smokes are perfect. Look at that. You can see it from the CT's perspective. You don't even want to push the CT smoke.
Yeah, right there. They play with the rotations fantastically. Once again, Perfecto staying calm, and I'm very impressed by this in the early stages. He was under a lot of pressure there. The fact he takes one with him is great. It's information again. And then that kill onto Jax from Electronic, just biding his time. They had to go for an info push. Now, how much do Na'Vi want to hunt here? They've got the bomb down. Perfecto's over towards CT spawn. Electronic, Boomich, and Simple are all now combing through T spawn. And when you look at the clock, the bomb is now just halfway ticked. So they have over 20 seconds to try and find Nico and Amanek. If they can rip these guns away, that's perfect.
Held onto his Molotov for long enough, I think.
Extinguish. Electronic, if he wants to.
Yeah, I might go for a last second extinguish. Nico's going to be tucked in on that blue bin. And they'll let them have it.
Okay. Well, we've seen what happened when you let Nico hold on to a saved AK before. We've already seen that in the tournament. Now, if he's going to pull off another massive round like that, yeah, props to him here.
Let's walk through that last play one more time. It's round 4. G2 absolutely need to get on the board to prevent Na'Vi from running away with the lead. G2 decide to full buy and put an op in Amanek's hands in hopes of turning the tides after not buying in round 3. Starting off the round, Boomich, with the bomb, pushes with Perfecto, Simple, and Electronic from T-spawn towards long A. While this is happening, G2 exits CT spawn and smokes mid doors to conceal the number of players moving to defend B site. Perfecto and Simple push forward through long doors, tossing 2 flashbangs toward pit, a common spot for CTs to defend. The intention behind throwing the flashbangs in this manner is to increase their chances of picking up a kill either from a blinded enemy or forcing the enemy to turn away from the direction Na'Vi is pushing in order to avoid the flash. G2 responds with a round of their own flashes and a grenade courtesy of Amanek, Nexa, and Nico, hoping to inflict a bit of damage on Na'Vi's entry. G2 then smokes pit and long doors, pit to cover their setup and doors to halt forward progress, and it works. G2 forces Simple and Boomich to back out toward top mid, while Electronic takes the long way back towards B site through T-spawn. Unfortunately for Perfecto, he gets trapped, forced to smoke the ground in front of him in order to obscure the vision of the 3 members of G2 looking to take him down and buy time for his team to reposition. ENunn retreats from his pursuit of Perfecto to get a better angle on A site and A long, while Nexa and Nico hang back to lock down Perfecto when the smoke clears. But it doesn't go as planned. Perfecto manages to take Nexa down before Nico can land the kill, leaving both teams in a 4v4 situation. G2 split defending each bomb site and 3 members of Na'Vi stuck at stairs. But this, my friends, is where it gets tricky. Bit, Simple, and Boomich toss everything but the kitchen sink toward A site, making a ton of noise, hoping to convince G2 that they're going to push A. And all according to plan, Hunter gets drawn away from mid toward A site as Na'Vi rotates through mid doors, catching Hunter off guard, while at the same time, Electronic wins the 1v1 against G2's Jax in upper tunnels, giving Na'Vi a numbers advantage and a clear B site plan. With the bomb down and facing a 2v4, there's not much G2 can do as their full buy appears to blow up in their faces, but they still need to survive and make sure Na'Vi doesn't hunt them down to take their guns away. Just as Boomich and Electronic close in, Nico blocks the long doors with an incendiary, buying just enough time for the bomb to detonate and end the round. It was a valiant effort by G2 to try and gain momentum in this map, but Na'Vi put on a masterclass in rotations and using utility to push your opponents into disadvantages on the map. Now let's get back to the game.
When you've got Na'Vi and they're all firing on all cylinders, you will have to call upon the superstar side of ENunn and that AWP. He's, of course, filling the large void left by Kenny S's AWPing presence. Electronic has slipped out. The CT smoke joined by one of his own design.
Yeah, just creating a bit of a wall to work with there, but here's Nico. This is the same position we saw him get that massive ace with. Xbox smoke's going to land. That's a bit of a different look, and they're going to mount this boost when they feel likely. Nico will jump on the head of Hunter and see if he can find a pick, but actually the flash that will thrust them forward here goes off. They can't find any info just yet.
The steps. And bait in. Oh, that's huge from Jax. He's found Simple. And now Nico goes looking. Does inflict more damage. Gets greedy. And Electronic greets him with lead. Hunter, next victim. Both fall. Na'Vi pull it straight back into contention. Looks like they want to fight on Nexus. Sure, he's looking the wrong way. And Electronic collects a 3rd in this round. He has saved Na'Vi. We talk about that hand of the king. Well, when Simple's absence, Electronic steps up to the plate. Chance here for Jax. He's playing a very smart line. Bit's too good. Toes exposed. That hinge smoke enabling a nice find, and now the numbers just falling all upon ENunn.
You're not taking any risks. If he can stay calm and actually hold up a second, Perfecto can take away this AWP.
Yeah, ENunn's not even expecting this. We're so concerned about that CT push, so down goes the AWP, and Na'Vi, they really do twist the knife. It'll force a full rebuy out of our CTs, and yeah, G2 off the back of their timeout have nothing to report. It started great. This was lovely. Catching Simple on his aggression, and then it's just Electronic keeping him very honest here. And he finds that close pushed up CZ. It looks easy, but certainly not always a guarantee. Those close corners on short can be a nightmare.
We're going into the next gun round, and this is an opportunity where maybe they can pull that out. Simple, fast down mid. Nico getting boosted up short. Might be an early fight with Boomich here.
And one of the 2 kits as well, so he's taking a gamble. Easy collection. Okay, so if now G2 have a man advantage, they'll be looking to convert and do so cleanly. Bit, what's he up to?
Lots of space being taken here. This is a big play from Bit.
I mean, sure, clear it out, clear the closed doors, but does he do any more? Nice moves from Nico. We'll be able to have a little look over that smoke, and it catches him just as he does the parkour, and the whole squad will join him now. Bit's made so much space, Na'Vi will jump through the hoop. Electronic already with 1. Hunter would need more than 1. A 3v3, sure, but they're knocking on the door from tunnels as well. Hunter still thrives. He's still alive. Electronic pushing in, and he does it all. Down to 7 HP. He's on 11 and 1, Chad.
This is quick from ENunn, though. He might not expect somebody in tunnel straight away. Electronic is looking. Does he have the heads up?
So low HP. Oh! ENunn will finish him off. Finally silences Electronic. No one could touch him. 11. Another triple kill. Back-to-back triples from Electronic, and still G2 will convert.
Felt like a must there, right? They got that opening and Nico got away, and that gave him a chance to do some damage. But great heads-up play from Bit there. The fact that he caught Nico jumping through that smoke, you're not going to see a lot of him. They're everywhere. Silence Them Fall is definitely coming in a treat here. Have allowed Nexa and Hunter to get some buys through. The warning shot of the AWP towards lower dark. Bit's going to call that one out. And quickly they trundle up towards Catwalk. So going to apply pressure onto Amanek here.
Yeah, their fundamentals are so rigid. You can see everything's just ironed out. Flashes for the mantle, everything's covered. The run boost over the molly for an element of surprise. I like it. Nico's kind of solo. The run boost doesn't quite come through. This is a very common line in a battle between Amanek and Simple. This will be very telling of how Amanek's time here on the CT side will go.
Yeah, maybe those sound cues might have bedded him into a wider line, and actually it does. He just steps straight into Simple. The patience, it's perfect.
Gorgeous. And now Nico, oh, he's actually going forward on this, trying to catch a round.
Great trades.
Keeps it level. And now the site is surely lost. Nexus so committed to long. The bomb will be planted uncontested. Jax and Hunter are going to try and work their way up through the ramp. No one's checked him just yet on the elevator. Chance here perhaps with the silence there. Electronic doesn't check him now. Pulled back into contention. Hunter, multiple targets, another foul. Looking good for the second. Simple tucks into Gandalf, Perfecto to Bodyguard. Only Simple now, but he has managed to just get out of that corner. They know he's around the smoke and starting to hit shots. G2 scramble, Simple's hitting everything, and now only Hunter closing the gap. He misses the shot, and there's enough time for the defuse. Close, but no cigar for Simple this time.
And that right there, Hunter's impact being felt in back-to-back gun rounds, right? Multi-kills from Hunter, really, really important stuff. And again, only one player staying alive. So right now, G2, they're on the edge. Simple's going to be a bit frustrated with himself. He didn't finish that one off because it was looking fantastic. Now, with aggression towards upper tunnels here, Jax and Hunter both close. The bomb is just outside upper B, so keep that in mind. It is looking like they do have intentions to head over there. And Electronic holding off that long push. Now that's the lurk smoke that Jax can play around and call clear from that elevated position.
70 seconds on the clock. Who's going to blink first? Who's going to touch that A or the D key? They're gathered on B. This is supposed to be the fake. Hunter and Jax dig their heels in. That spray's not far off the mark. But still only 2 defenders on B, and it could be 1 in a blink of an eye. Jax keeps it level through the flames.
They're going through.
They want it. Hunter called upon again. 4 frags in the previous, and now again starting to line up heads. Looking great on the org. Double from Hunter. Simple to get the bomb down. Will get across uncontested. And Boomich is going to be locking down this rotate. If Boomich can take 1, never mind 2. This round is Simple's to collect. And that's not far from it. Simple, 1v3 in the bomb ticking. This is his environment, this is his dream. And already takes down and finishes the job of Boomich. 2 more to find, piecing it together. This is a puzzle he's very familiar with. Any sound cue, anything to build his mental image as to where they advance from. Looking for another chance, he just doesn't miss. Amanek through the doors, closing the gap is Nexa, dancing with him, and it just looks so good. Simple, just the no-scope to collect 6. Oh, he just hasn't lost any of his pizzazz, any of his style. And he's pulled G2 right back into this brutal CZ and Deagle aggress. They are walking up that cat. They might have a slight element of surprise. I'm not so sold on that.
Oh, Boomich has just gone through the long doors here, so there's a gap. Simple has the bomb. He needs to be very careful about this. Look, he's aware, but is he this aware? Nico and Hunter are both close.
He's positioned to at least acknowledge it. Nico and Hunter.
They've really slipped the net here, Alex.
Yeah, they could do damage, and I don't think Simple's going to be ready for the flank. If Nexa could just keep him busy.
Gonna be the bomb and an orb, stranded Death Alley.
He's going to do so much damage. He's already behind Boomich as well. This is a round for G2. They can't let it slip.
Oh, no.
They're letting it slip. Okay, Hunter and Nico will collect. The element of surprise, bit quick to claw it back. This is a kooky round. It's not done yet either.
Look, this round here, the way it's set up, they have picked up an AK-47 on Hunter, the pistols on Jax and Nexa shore. There's about to be a fight on short.
Okay, Nexa. Sticks out.
Have 2 smokes, definitely mid to B here. That could be the big play. Hunter will be out of the equation. Are they going dry?
Oh, it's a chance, and he does control the spray. Nearly finishes the job. Bit, the hero for Na'Vi, it seems. 18 years of age. He's running in, and just the 1 bullet will count. Jax pulls it across, but what a team effort that was from G2. Just pistols, Chad, and they respond to Simple's clutch with a magnificent 3rd round.
G2, they're looking back in things now, and they've actually forced Na'Vi's money down towards these pistols. So there's a chance to grab some of that momentum Malik was talking about and convert back-to-back CT rounds.
It's just against hanging out in the Molotov. He will be finished off. Fair play for trying to catch G2 off guard. And this is the momentum you took that I heard Malik talking about, right? You've just won the eco. Pick this one up cleanly, start building a bit of cash for yourselves, and start getting those stars online. Simple, no doubt about it, online. Electronic, he's made that clear already. Bit, saved them at times. But from G2, we're still waiting to see those stars truly align. Hunter's magnificent CZ double on the flank. Good sign of things to come, and he has collected one here as well.
Yeah, don't want to say it's all Hunter, but it's definitely a huge contribution of Hunter in the gun rounds, or the rounds they have so far. Yeah. He's had multi-kills in every single one of those. These are the type of rounds with the old Na'Vi, right? The narrative of old, that they would tilt when they'd lose those eco rounds, right? That it would be the more mental warfare that would start to unravel this team. Let's see if the dregs of that still exist. It's obviously a completely different roster to the ones that won ESL won Cologne back in 2018. No Zeus, no Edward, no Flamey. Here we go again. The gun round is out for Na'Vi, but it's not great. Electronic only has that Tech 9, a Galil for Perfecto. So it's a bit of a broken buy, all things considered. This would be a great one for the confidence for G2 to pick up here.
Oh, trigger regardless, and holding his nerve is Nexa. Na'Vi. Alarm bells ring on round 11. What are you supposed to do? You're going to have to regroup.
This is huge, though. Hunter can turn his attention mid to B and may even get some cavalry arriving from this A site.
Hunter choosing to walk in. That's against an AWP, but he still takes the head off with ease. Bullets do catch Bit a little. Bomb spotted. And the B site wide open for business. Jax may have to cancel his plans towards T-spawn.
If Bit uses his towards Dark, that'll buy them a 20-second buffer here, but G2 still have a massive advantage in this retake, even though B is difficult to crack.
There's the smoke doors. Molly as well, SoundQ. Bit knows he's got company. Nico's his first victim, and that was the healthy one. Jax from Tons, G2, counting on Nexa. Perfecto only the one. All right, G2 having to wipe the sweat from their brow after that one. It will be the gap closer, though. That's going to be 5 now for G2. We've got a half on our hands.
Util, those light pistol upgrades, you can see them being bought on in now. This is an important round for G2 to keep clean, to keep tidy.
He's ahead of that. Sheesh, baits the crosshair. Oh, and it nearly results in Nico's death. He's not safe yet. Bit's going to push on that. Nico being threatened. They really want him. That's an M4. That's the start. And he's down to 16, and they're not quite finished yet. He really wants to be bailed out of trouble here. Resmokes on top. And does get away.
You want them to be playing passive towards the side. Amanek might profit here. Arm spotted, shot through, Boomich down. And now it's a 3-on-5 for Na'Vi.
Jax just standing in the open. I mean, that's the luxury of knowing you're up against the pistols, right? Just take a bit more of those wider stances. The off angle's not going to be caught by anything. I know he has inflicted significant
Electronic crept out mid here, Alex.
Oh,
I don't know this.
Hunter's responsible for it. I don't know if you've got a glimpse.
Oh,
okay.
Jax!
Head on a swivel. Jax will wrap it up neat and tidy. Puts a bow on it.
That was a huge shot right there to hit. I thought Electronic was about to spiral that one out of control.
Chef's kiss, 6-6. Okay, into the full guns. It's time to see if G2 can actually take the lead out of this one. Let's not forget Na'Vi won the pistol and held the lead for the entirety of this. G2 returning to form.
And it does look they're starting to corral the troops here all along Catwalk. All 5 members of Na'Vi grouping on up. Utility, they've got plenty. Everything they need. 4 smokes, bunch of mollies, flashes are good too. Pressure about to be applied on towards this A bomb site.
Yeah, that's not bad actually. Enables Nico to tuck in and actually start throwing some bullets towards the Na'Vi squad. There's a lot of them there congregated.
There's going to be a lot of action any second.
Through. That's Electronic with a smoke in his hand. It's going to have to force them into A.
They doubled up on Goose.
Doubled up on Goose, both of them. The cousins partner up and already lose one. They're ready for the second, but no, Hunter strikes. Double, bomb loose. Na'Vi will equalize, and now the bomb can go down. A man advantage for G2, but with that bomb now planted courtesy of Simple, Simple has the AWP. That's going to be his responsibility. Amanek to crawl in, Flash perhaps to draw attention. Simple wants to peek on that Flash. Clears as close as he can, posted up, and that's the chance. Oh! It's only the tag. Nexa, very precise. Perfecto all on his shoulders, and just too many men. He's the first cleanly has. Nexus is next victim, and oh dear, Perfecto stepping well above the expectations. Amanek loud about this, stampeding in, and the spray is there. 1 versus 3, 4 in total. Perfecto pulls Na'Vi straight back into the 7th.
2 1v3s for Na'Vi, and G2 have won 3 1v1s, right? So we've definitely got a competitive affair. If there was any question, this was going to be that blowout. This first half is telling a completely different story. This is the type of Counter-Strike everybody signed up today.
And still it stands level. Let's see what happens into our 14th.
Now, G2 have expended a lot of utility to just hold them back and try and wound them, right? You want to get them a little bit lower on HP, so if they do team out Catwalk, so G2 are moving their chess pieces around this board very, very precisely here. This is great to see. Oh.
Yeah, it's lingering in the smoke. We've already seen the Tons lurk found, and another connection. Bit's been great through the doors. Nico. Oh, tickles him down to 27 on his spray. He's got 11 left in the mag. Simple versus Nico.
I feel like it should be a save here, Alex. I don't want to be a bit of a party pooper here, but if they commit this, they're not going to have a lot for the late game.
Oh, and ENunn catching another through the smoke. 2 for 2 on his smoke shot so far, and Jack's not done. Simple loses it all. And there you have it. G2 with 4 hearts still beating for the final round of play, and the save you were discussing, I can understand now.
Yeah, it's looking likely that G2 will win the half. Fantastic start into round number 14, and round number 15 is starting here. The only AKM play for the T side will be on Simple, the rest with those pistols, and they're throwing a lot of utility towards long.
Oh, that's I was about to say perfectly placed incendiary. It could have really stopped the catwalk rush. They hear a lot of that, but Na'Vi, they can just use their numbers here. If ENunn gets overwhelmed, if this first shot doesn't connect, if they just go,
they're going.
Nexa, Nico gonna have to back ENunn up. He's going forward against Tech9s with an AWP. It's gonna cost him, and that's retrievable now as well. Na'Vi shaping up nicely, great flash, another frag. They've managed to make an awful lot out of a little here. Hunter trying to tame the spray, and it's made a bit of a meal of it. So many weapons now lie idle, and G2 only with 2 bodies left. Na'Vi with the bomb ticking. It doesn't matter, Chad. It doesn't matter what weapons they bring in because they've managed to steal G2's.
Oh, Boomish has sealed this here, surely. Check this out. One in the back. It's just Jax now. Isolated. 1v5.
That's too good. Too good. Na'Vi, they will take the half, albeit by the smallest of margins. An 8-7 to get this grand final started. Stay tuned and tell your friends. We'll be right back.
At SteelSeries, we make the headsets, mice and keyboards that the world's best gamers win the most with. And we've been doing it since way back. It's up to you how far you go, but whatever you do, go for glory.
Come on, guys, get the W.
I'm winning. If you really want to win this, we should do the freeze drive ritual! Silence! TBH, the elixir!
Elixir? I brought Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is the elixir.
E is the only place Hollywood icons would send their kids to work.
Dude, are you kidding me?
This January.
Today, breeding season. Nope, I will not be doing that.
8 celebrity kids.
These are the shoes I was telling you about. The Prada ones? They're perfect for the ranch, right?
Famous parents.
My dad is Shaquille O'Neal.
Your dad is like worldwide. 0 life skills.
I don't touch sheep. I don't ride horses.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
Giddy up for relatively famous ranch rules. New series, January 12th, only on E.
Skyward Sword is the 3rd Zelda game released in a 10-year run, coming after 2002's Wind Waker and 2006's Twilight Princess, both games with wildly different tones and art styles. Over the past decade, Skyward Sword has gotten such a bad rap, it's hard to believe that this game released to overwhelmingly positive reviews. Original praise for the game cited the inventive dungeon design, the motion control integration, and the epic narrative. But over the past decade, Skyward Sword's flaws have outpaced the praiseworthy elements. Aside from the controls, which we'll get to, Skyward Sword racks up a handful of other pretty major criticisms. This game is very linear. The tutorial section is also long. It takes a solid 3.5 hours of gameplay to reach the first dungeon, which brings me to the next gripe, the unnecessary padding in the game. I had to spend 20 minutes chasing down a bunch of Kikwi just to get a slingshot that gets me to the next area, where I have to tightrope walk my way in a zigzag pattern for what feels like an eternity. So, what's been improved and what hasn't? First, some positives. In addition to a graphics refresh, which is quite nice, Nintendo also invested in some quality of life upgrades for Skyward Sword. Help from Fi is now optional, which is such a relief. Now, instead of bursting into your gameplay like a statistics prodigy Kool-Aid man, you can simply ask for her help when needed. I'm sorry, Fi. The option stays off. You now have the option to skip cutscenes if you want to forget that Groose and his bright red pompadour exist. Another huge improvement is cutting down on repetitive descriptions, especially when you pick up items. Now, when you pick up the same item for the second, third, or 100th time, you don't get the same annoying prompt, but there's one quality of life improvement that really makes a big difference in how you play. With this new improvement, you can fast travel between the sky and your location on the surface. This is such a great improvement that's not available unless you buy a Loftwing amiibo. And while this is frustrating, it doesn't make or break the game, unlike the controls. Skyward Sword HD gives you the option to play with motion controls on your Joy-Cons or play with the new button mapping feature. While the button mapping is better in most ways than the motion controls, neither is really perfect or intuitive. Swinging your sword left, right, up, down, and diagonally is crucial to the gameplay design. So instead of the sword being mapped onto a button, it's mapped on your right joystick. Combine that with the addition of the free-moving camera, and sometimes it feels like you're swapping one imperfect, confusing control scheme for another. Inversely, if you switch back to motion controls, you use your sword by physically waving your right Joy-Con, which is the same hand you're supposed to control the camera with. It's confusing, but maybe that's just me. With that out of the way, revisiting Skyward Sword has reminded me of how weird and fun this world is. The quirks of the Zelda franchise are on full display, bringing in a wacky Majora Mask-like sensibility combined with the lightness of Wind Waker. When this game was released, there was a lot of criticism about the art style, with some claiming it felt too young. News alert: Zelda games are traditionally geared towards kids. Anyway, I think this art style complements the goofy and whimsical tone of the game much more than a grittier look like Twilight Princess. You can really see the tone play out with the character design and personalities. This game is weird, and it leans all the way in. I mean, look at this kid. Pure nightmare fuel. So, is Skyward Sword worth revisiting or playing for the first time? Today, I'd give it
a 4 out of 5.
Welcome back to the first map of this grand final at IEM Cologne. It's Na'Vi's map pick of Dust 2. Let's jump straight back into the action.
Nartus Vincere posted 8 on their attack. G2 now to respond with their attack of their own. Single round separating them. The pistol certainly could be a fantastic way to get the right foot in the right direction. And Dust 2 is our first battleground in our best of 5. Mirage up next. You can see there in the top right the pool. Let's see how this one starts. State of affairs. Nico, he's fully blinded just as Electronic was having a glance, and he has spotted out Boomage. He's going for duels against USPs at that range, Chad. He's got some confidence on him.
Needs to be careful now. This is not going to be an easy fight against Electronic. Now that sound cue will be called, and the rest of his team, meanwhile, are working on mid doors. Make that short. Electronic has a chance here, and he does convert. Steadies that aim. 4v5 advantage now in favor of Na'Vi. Electronic's playing long. Everybody else from Na'Vi is either prepared for a B push or a mid to B. So if they just were to saunter up catwalk here, they would find absolutely no resistance whatsoever. They have smokes. That's going to be the tell. And they might have to worry about a fast flank here. Simple's going to push through the mid doors any second, I believe.
He's going to be right behind them, really hot on their heels. He's taking some gambles, but it's calculated risk here. Yes, you have the sight. Some nades from his teammates made
big nade.
It's a lot of damage. Simple will be caught back. Kept to 1. Bomb down for short side, so Hunter may want to maintain that part of the map. And from the pit, Electronic's still there. Some heads spotted, and he's having no issues. Another clean tap to the dome of Jax.
3 flashes to work with here on this retake as well. Plenty of you two.
Hamanek's going for a real off angle here, and it's going to be easy for Electronic. Still a thorn in their side. Hunter, he's been great, but it's too easy for Electronic. 4 kills again. Him and Simple just skipping merrily towards a 20 bomb apiece. And that's just the first round of our second half.
That's beautiful stuff, right? Electronic, he's shown up in a very big way this tournament, right?
We've seen Jax. It does look like G2 will put all their chips to the center of the table. That's a great contribution from Amanek. Bit hamstrung now onto the B site, tagged down to 53.
2 orcs coming out here against the anti-eco setup, which does net an AK, a Galil, 2 Deagles, and that Scout.
So they sync up Hinge, as well as that B lurk smoke.
Remember what I said about Hunter? He loves these late B flanks through the B bomb site during the rotation, so keep your eyes on that late.
Seen him catch some incredible timings. It just makes the rotation off B feel like a lot longer and more risky. He's going early though. And he just eliminates Perfecto. Bit hiding behind the box, does manage to convert, but G2
committing A,
charging into the A site. Already wing clipped Electronic. He's safe from the flash peaks and good. They're looking a bit chaotic. Jax with a chance and does find him. Another chance as well on towards long. It's only a Boomich with an MP9. He doesn't get away. It's simple, however, with the UMP. And Nico posting his 8th. Call it quits, call it 8. G2 will take the second round force.
Able to scoop up some goodies there. That's quite nice for him to pick up off of that dead body, and an AK is beautiful as well. This is map 1 of potentially 5. They've cobbled together this buy. Bit's been allowed to hold on to that AK-47. He's going to take that over towards A, but the pressure's coming B. Perfecto will drop a smoke towards the upper tunnels. That's going to bloom now. And that will hold them at bay for roughly 20 seconds.
Game start for Nico on the default, and he will be cleared. Oh, he's so good. Ready for that.
You know where the gun is now. Maybe they spring the trap on towards B. G2 have to react with that info.
Yeah, and Simple's going to be pushing mid as well, so it might be working on a fast flank tons. They're walking in contact. Perfecto, it's a predictable spot, but if his 5-7 could just snap onto one head, G2 are going to be really struggling in the numbers game.
It's here now too.
This is his chance, and again, they do combine. Bit with more damage, making that AK work. 2 frags already on the only rifle in play for Na'Vi. Oh, and it's getting worse for G2. It's Perfecto. Oh, Perfecto. He takes 2, but he throws weapons to his squad. But that's Na'Vi immediately fighting fire with fire.
That's huge to give Bit and allow him to keep the AK. Sure, he saved it, right? But with Simple on the team and Electronic playing this well, you have to wonder, was there a discussion to drop it over to one of the big boys? But Bit is showing he is fit to play at this level of Counter-Strike. Everything fell in the favor of Na'Vi. And guess what? Yes, they will. Those 4 spies wars are on. Buy back again. Hunter into an AK. Galil for Jax. A couple of pistols in the mix.
All right, well, you saw what Bit can do with his lone AK. Let's see if Hunter can do one better.
This could be a car crash here on short. G2 is showing an indication they just want to go back towards Cat, and guess what? Na'Vi are defending with all 3 A players.
Got the flash for the fade. This is going to suck for G2. Flash, perfect. Nico does evade and does provide. Electronic trying to tuck tail, but he's not there in time, and now all onto Simple. He's got some hard headshots to hit already with 1. Amanek dinking him down, finishes it off with the Mobile Tech 9.
Guess what, Alex? I don't want to say it again here, but it should be
that
save simulator, right? The thing is, once that site is given up like that, once it's a 4-on-2 situation, they don't have much to work with and not a lot of damage was done. They weren't slowed down when going for the plant. We have to play the percentages. Na'Vi, they make the right call one more time, and I think G2 will just allow them to hold on to these weapons. Now, the best thing for Nexa is for him to go and grab one of these rifles, get himself an M4, see what he can pick up. That's the most that G2 can profit out of a round like this. But that one there is going to hurt because Na'Vi, think about this, they lost that round earlier in that first half to Hunter's flank with the CZ, Nico killing Simple in the Death Alley, and now they've lost to a couple more 4-spy scenarios. They need to tidy things up here.
Zamanek has been kept humble. Jax, oh, he's committed. Full commit, and he opens up the round for his squad. A chance as well, tap in the head, 12 left, and will get out another nade. Okay, mission accomplished, 4v5 achieved. G2 can slow their roll now.
It's softened up middle. Bit's just rotated over to help out A, and a flash comes through mid doors. Guess what? G2 are springing to life.
Bloody hell, is that 1, 2, 3 smokes? That's going to be a very clear indicator of where they're going. Perfecto quaking in his boots. They're tagged up a little bit. He's taking fights. This is his chance. The pre-fire is there, and so is the double. He's done everything he possibly could.
There's some life in this one here. Boomich is pushing long right now. If he can catch Jax, who's on this low HP, that's going to be great, but knife out, might get caught, and he does. Jax, huge impact, the opener there, and that should be the closer.
Yeah, this Frenchman coming to the grand finals with 16 already. Simple and Bit. That nade is going to soften up Hunter even further. Counter util there. They're going to go for this. That's Hunter dead. 2v2. Great dunk.
It's in play.
Nico up against Simple, needs to stabilize, the taps aren't there. Problems now, and they go down. Bit and Simple with the retake. What a turnaround.
That felt it should have been done. As soon as Boomich was gone, that should have been done. How did they battle back into that? Retakes into the B bomb site are never easy. And Na'Vi, they just stroll on in. Pedestrian as you like.
That's a timeout, if ever I saw one. Time for Malik to try and get his troops head back in the game. That one's going to really leave a mark. That's going to sting.
Amanek having to operate with the scout here. Tunneling straight down middle. Nico and Nexa taking some huge liberties. Nico's going to run straight out for the mid to B here. He is so fast, Alex.
Oh my god, and just as it blooms, he does get tagged up. It's Simple with a very well-managed spray, long range. From all the way downtown, Electronic always maneuvering around that. Nexa's aware. against Electronic. Simple, both posted up. Fires off a warning shot, and Simple as well does one better. And they're just walking in. Oh my goodness. He
one more for the ace, Alex. That record-breaking ace.
He has got the opportunity, and he's going hunting for it appropriately. It's Hunter that could give it to him. Simple to break the record. No one has found 4 aces at a tournament like this, and here it comes, a record breaker from Simple. He takes all 5. There's only so many words I can use to describe the brilliance on display here tonight.
We've come to expect it. That's the thing with Simple. It's just brilliant. It's just absolutely brilliant. The god of the game, there's no question, there's no doubt about it. Have your debates, but this man is something else. Locks down a huge round, forces the pistols now out of G2, and I was talking about those consecutive rounds. Imagine doing it with the big man himself, grabbing 5. Now Boomich, he's mantled up top, the blue bin, ready to rain down fire.
Time to recover. Perfect angle for Boomich to contend with this. He is going to have that smoke disrespected, but he's the one laying down the disrespect. Bullets onto Jax.
And G2 are just going looking, right? They're basically going op shopping right now, hoping they can find a bargain, hoping they can knock on a door and get to a bomb site for free. A plant would be lovely. It's not looking likely. 2 Glocks and a P250. There's a flashbang, but this wombo combo setup, Perfecto stayed tucked in. Bit is baiting his nade to be dropped perfectly. Boom goes the dynamite. The frags come on in. 13-9. Looking good. Na'Vi, they're stretching their legs here. 3 more rounds required to take map number 1. And another timeout taken now from G2. So to give you guys the count right now, both teams have used 3 timeouts up until this point. Both teams, after this, have 1 remaining.
This is where we get our answer as to how much more Dust 2 there is to be seen. Your Xbox smoke deployed, long corner smoke deployed. They are going to start with the standard spread. And I say standard, really get the knife and fork out and eat my words, because 4 tons. And yeah, Simple caught them last time with that spray, right? They'll do the same. This time they've jumped over it and into Bit. You can't avoid them both. This is a chance. Back turn, good spray. Amanek provides. If they can find Perfecto, they've got a good shot at the 10th.
Get that book out again, because this one's going to be done exactly by it. Electronic over towards Spawn. Boomich is isolated on an island right now towards Long, and call that one a save. Double digits achieved for G2, and they continue to fight here. That's what you want to see, the tenacity coming into play. And Amanek, while he's on our screen, 7 kills for him. Not like he's having a fantastic game. The same for Nico. So the 2 of them getting kills in a round like this, that's great. Last timeout called. So Malik, this is the last-ditch attempt. You go looking down the straight here. He's giving the comms out. Whatever the calls are, whatever the game plan is, this is the last chance he has to chime on in.
Trivial tag onto Perfecto's toes. Jax with a bit of pep in his step. Straight into Simple Zorp, and again, his name's in the feed.
There he is.
First glance at a Simple Zorp. And there could be a whole lot more to come. Do you dare trifle with the devil? Amanek does, straight ahead. Nice pop flash to ensure survival, but they do disrespect the smoke and gather some ground. And that's Perfecto, just on the jiggle, he's eliminated. It's Hunter again. Boomich got nothing to report on his long flank, but it's Bit that's still standing.
He needs another.
Does, and he puts another in the feed. If he could get 3, Nex has got to clear him. Does provide good trade from Electronic, and Amanek unable to do much more. Na'Vi given a gift, and it's Bit with the defense again. He loses Perfecto instantaneously. He still has the balls to stand and find that double peak.
That's huge. And here it is. Bit of a last-ditch attempt. The AWP's out for Amanek. Galils, AKs, Deagles, Util there. More pressure towards Cap. Simple's waiting one more time around that bend.
Back into Simple's domain.
He's forward.
Straight forward again. Simple with the opening frag. Jax wants to punish, and it's a small glimmer of hope. Jax has found it. Wow. Quick on the Galil. That's a chance now. G2 need this round. It's a compulsory one. Hunter catching the rotate on Bit. He can stay and manage that rotate as long as he wants. It is going to be Perfecto locked out. The rest are already through. And to say the rest, they're starting to fall apart. Perfecto locked on the doors. Electronic up on the blue bin. Long. G2 set for an 11th here. Jax going looking. He could lose the AWP here, and he will with the knife out.
Amanek has one as well. This would be great. If Electronic can get this, he can pick up an AWP.
Great flash. Amanek loses it. Electronic's making it hurt even in loss. And he'll scoop one up for his teammate.
Nex is coming. Oh, he's going to be away in pit there. That is huge from Electronic. That AWP carried across could be everything right now. Nico is the only player in the server not to have a multi-kill. Yeah. Right? This isn't like saying he's not doing his job, but if he shows up, that is the difference maker.
He has the same expectation that we do of himself. Okay, Jax, you're not just surely going to push on through that. It feels like he does want it. Nade a little late. They are through. And full on control, so a different look now to G2. We've seen Na'Vi ply their trade in this particular way. Amanek still downgraded on that scout up against Simple's AWP. Good luck, have fun, mate. One whistles past the ear of the Ukrainian.
Enough. Probably don't give that one another peek just yet.
That's the gap. He's created one himself. He can peek around this smoke. His teammates will too. Boomich immediately surging forward. 50 seconds, you two don't need to rush this, but any tiny inch you give him, and he'll take the full mile. Simple onto Hunter already. You won't be able to plant with him posted up on Gandalf like that. You need to force him off the fight, but how? Util, completely barren. They've got nothing but bullets now to force their issues and to force their agenda. Nico's got the bomb across. Bit's going looking, actually. You'd think Nico's push is held by the long side, but that's the flash. They'll have to turn. Bit on the aggress. Still no blood and still no plant. 25. It's going to come down to the double peak, and it's Nexa and Nico. They will find Bit. More as well for G2. Still Simple to be forced off this line. His presence is such an irritation, and another shot. Looking for more.
Oh, hit him!
The wall bang. He can hit another one. Nico does not get the bomb down. Problems for Jax. He's got to come up clutch. They've rocked the clock so much. Where's the bomb? No time now. And Simple does it all for Na'Vi. He may takes 15, and he wouldn't have had that AWP if it wasn't for Electronic.
Oh, tag, you're it. That is absolutely huge. I can't believe he tags Nico through the box. That denies the plant.
And now just to throw that final blow, it's Deagles to defend their honor. Some Tech 9s in the mix as well. Smokes on mid. The mid to be Pincer. I mean, Perfecto would be isolated. He's got Bit to call upon, and oh, Bit does it all. Finally distracted. Chance on the Tech 9, but it falls flat. Na'Vi, couple of frags to secure themselves their map pick in this best of 5, starting as they mean to go on. Everyone's here that needs to be. Nexa with a 1v5. Bit too tall of a task for this in-game leader. Lovely pop flash does force Perfecto off the line. What's he supposed to do? That'll be it. Na'Vi 16. Dust 2 is theirs, and he does collect. That final frag puts him onto 30. Simple as something else. Na'Vi convert. And we'll see what the Samurai can do into our second. We're back with the desk in just a moment.
And first blood has been taken cruelly and swiftly by Na'Vi as Simple and co were on electrifying form from the get-go. Now, we need to take a commercial break for dramatic tension, but when we come back, we're going to be jumping straight into map number 2 of the IEM Cologne Grand Finals.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out Pizza the Hut.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Wait a minute.
Nintendo always knows what gamers want. They want to play sports without actually playing the sport and playing with their controllers. Which is why Nintendo doesn't miss when it comes to their Mario sports games. You've got all the characters you've come to know and love playing a sport that you might enjoy with special power-ups and fun storylines. Warning, if you like golf, please proceed watching this video with caution. I will be making fun of you and the sport because it's funny, and also I'm terrible at golf, so I've got to blame someone. If you find yourself getting upset that I'm insulting the venerated 700 years of history behind this noble sport, remember, this is a game where you can play as a bum with a mustache. Things like mini golf and Golf It on Steam are always fun because there's obstacles, fun animals, and loops. But golf, like the actual game of golf, is something that I put on my TV when I need an ambient sound because I want to take a nap and I want to hear something other than my loneliness. The Mario Golf series has actually been around for quite some time, since 1987 to be exact, with the NES Open Tournament Golf on the Family Computer Disk System. Oh man, I am showing my age. These games usually have very similar design. Things like seeing wind direction and mileage, a gauge bar for when you hit the ball, some great tunes, and that annoying guy saying, "Nice shot."
Nice shot.
In a sarcastic tone that makes you feel bad when you know deep down that it really wasn't a nice shot. So, like the youngest child at the Passover table, what makes Mario Golf Super Rush different from all the other Mario games? Mario Golf Super Rush has a very intense competitive aspect to it with speed golf that you can play with your friends. You hit the ball and then proceed to run to your own ball faster than your opponent to get it in the hole. You can hit them, sack them, use your special shots and get coins, which makes this a lot more entertaining than just a regular old golf. Another mode Nintendo added is Battle Golf, where you literally question if you're even playing golf anymore. It's playing inside the fever dream of a professional laser tag arena designer who thinks the most important part of golf is the flagpole, meaning it's fun. Speaking of fun, the best parts of the previous Mario Golf games were the taunts that the characters had to offer.
You look ridiculous. Need a lesson, loser?
Those are my favorites. So I can't lie, I was really excited to see if the taunts in Mario Golf Super Rush would hold up to the previous ones. And man, I couldn't be happier.
Oh no! Looks like you hit too far. Maybe next time.
You know what, Peach? Maybe you could go get abducted by Bowser again since you crave attention.
I've always been the most popular brother, Mario.
Hey, you remember when Mom dropped you on your head when you were a baby, Luigi? You remember that?
Yo, you remember when you were such a little bitch, Mario? You! Yo, when did Yoshi get so racist?
Ha! Classic Nintendo. But okay, you're here for an actual review. Take it from me. Mario Golf Super Rush is a fun game that anyone can enjoy, even if you don't really understand or partake in the sport of golf. However, there is a significant lack of replayability in this game. As a party game, like many Nintendo titles over the years, it's engaging and pops with a small group of excited friends. But does that make it a great game, or just a fun toy? Nintendo did say they will be updating Super Rush with other things later on, so maybe we'll be getting more in the future, and the game will hit the first row on Twitch once again.
You feel that, kids? That is called dramatic tension, and we wouldn't have had it if we hadn't taken the commercial break, so yes indeed, you're welcome. Now, we are here at the grand finals of IEM Cologne, and before the break, Na'Vi went 1-up in their series against G2. But next up, we're heading to Mirage. It is G2's map pick, so can they take it and make the series tied up? We're going to find out very soon indeed, because we are ready for map number 2.
So G2 may have not lifted a trophy since 2019, and they've definitely got to a final last year of 2020, but they're here now in 2021, and they're up against the final boss. And I'm talking about Na'Vi. Yes, Simple is a large component of it, but it has been a mirage à trois. Is that how they say it? Trois? I don't know. Either way, there's 3 fellas that I'm looking out for on that Na'Vi roster, and all of them have woken up today. All of them have woken up and looked in the mirror and said, I fancy lifting a trophy. I fancy being a LAN champion. 500 days we waited to return to LAN, and now Na'Vi right back where they started. We waved goodbye to LAN in Katowice 2020. These boys lifting the trophy, and now G2 stand against them again. Will it just be a repeat? It's definitely in the back of their minds, that seed planted by every analyst and community member standing. I'm sure Na'Vi aware of it as well. They've done it before, they've lifted the trophy before. And now here at IEM Cologne, they look to take another leap in that direction. 1-0 up in the series. Let's get it started. G2 on the attack. 1xBet leaning Na'Vi's way heavily, and I can understand that. Perfecto. Oh, damn, Perfecto. And just bit as well. The clicks are too good.
Get him out of here.
The clicks are too good. G2, you've got, what, 90 seconds? You've lost 3 members of your team already.
Oh, dear. Oh, there's a lot of details in that one. The fake towards middle was called completely clear by Electronic and Simple, which meant that Perfecto and Bit could keep their attention drawn over towards the B apartments the entire time. They are some bangers of shots to hit. Now it's Nico and Jax. Yeah, this should only be a matter of time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crispy from Bit, and maybe Simple will grab this final one. Jax, wow, he's given up his position. The bomb has been spotted, and they are coming. Bit's being gooshed. Now for Jax, it is really just about damage. Look, there's so far, there's 3 players on Na'Vi who haven't even taken a bullet just yet. They haven't even had to get into any action whatsoever. So if he can get some kills, they're going to have to at least reinvest in Kevlar going into the next round. Name of the game, not going to matter. Boomich gets the kill, and they're just happy with the way that one kicks off. Both these teams are undefeated, and we've seen the duality of G2's CT and T side. They had a banger of a T side against the likes of Big. They destroyed them. It was a 16-1 game. That was with a very, very strong CT side. Simple. Wow, he gets a little bit more than he bargains for and is able to drop out in time. Back up there, Bit mowing down from range.
Oh, it's a shooting gallery.
You love the eco bash.
You do, and he'll even happily grab in a couple of extra SMG frags for good measure. Nico last to depart. And a 2-0 conversion without a single body dropped.
Now that's the key I want to take there. Not a single body drop. 2 rounds of play. Now sure, that was the full eco. All right, we'll give them that one there. This is where that needs to change. We can't go into the first gun round and then only get 1 or 2 kills. We need to see something threatening. G2 need to start off on a very, very strong foot here.
AK's in play, all the util they desire. Nico quiet on Dust 2, gonna look to try and show everyone what he's got, and Simple just smiling, smirking, an evil grimace on his face. He knows what he's up to, and the nade looks destined for greatness as well. Hunter's gonna cop that. Feel like they're surrounded like a bully circle, just getting pushed and punched. Perfect in Sentry as well.
There it is.
Oh, and he collects. Doesn't matter if there's a smoke or not. Simple. Off to his winning ways again. Patrol in the site. Na'Vi have got 4 players leaning on this side of the map, and a missed shot keeps one alive just for a second longer as it just falls into place. We said, Chad, you know what we said, they had to do some damage. All of these bonus weapons no longer being replaced by a rebuy, but being replaced by G2's AK-47s and M4 as well. They've just got a full upgrade. They've just had their buy in the middle of play.
And it will just be the save here from Nico. So they get to hold on to this AK, and that's good because it's 2,900 as the loss bonus in the next. He's not going to get that. The rest of his team will be able to upgrade some light pistols and deagles around him. So that's great, but still not a single kill. Literally not a single kill in 3 rounds of play. Deep nade from Simple. Gonna do a chunk of damage there to Nexa. That AK-47 on the back of
and
Nico.
the second one being thrown out by Electronic as well. They're luckily to evade it.
Nico gonna rotate in.
Save for a moment, and he is walking in. He'll surely anticipate this is Simple. Ready for it? Nice find. Nico's AK is the first, and Electronic quick to take the boost away from him. Hunter down, weapons recovered, stopping any funny business in that department.
Nico would need to do a lot more here.
Electronic, meets Nico, and now we're starting to see him take form. He has to find his form here, and Amanek, just looks away in that off-angle. Perfecto will collect an equalizer into the 3v3, and now with 20 seconds, you've got to make your mind up here.
Feels like it has to be towards A. Oh, that's a third for Nico right now. They can pivot. They need to get a move on. Almost 15 seconds left.
He's done so much for them, but it's by no means a guarantee. Boomich tucked in on triple. They may expect CT. Boomich, a chance to strike. His teammates will get the info. The bomb's being planted. He denies it all. Boomich wrecks G2. And it's just giggles in the Na'Vi camp. They keep G2 on the goose egg. Nico did as much as he could with the hero AK, but nothing to report. No rounds in the bank.
Let's pause it right there. Na'Vi, to put it delicately, demolished G2 so far on this map. Rewind a bit to round 4. G2 is down 3-0 and haven't even gotten an elimination yet. They're on an eco round, except for Nico, who has an AK-47 and some armor that he saved from last round. The round starts with Na'Vi defaulting, which basically means they're holding even positions across the map to gather intel on their opponent's whereabouts. G2 split up through mid and B long. The first exchange happens at mid. G2 use their only smoke and flashbang to stun window where Simple is. The idea is to push through their utility into a better position, but Simple uses a well-placed grenade to stop them in their tracks and prevent forward progress. Meanwhile, Nico, Hunter, and Amanek are moving up B long towards apartments because of the grenade Simple threw. They know there's a player in window, so Nico and Nexa move the bomb through underpass to get an angle on window. G2 pauses for a bit because they are broke. They want Na'Vi to make a move first, hopefully get some picks and help out their bank. Simple and Electronic rotate back into window and give G2 the opportunity they're looking for. Nico picks off Simple and Electronic trades out Hunter. Electronic backs off and takes Simple's op with him, so Nico doesn't push through to try and pick it up, but Nico pushes up Connector towards A with Jax and catches Electronic's rotation for a second pick. Now G2 start taking a better position on A site. On B site, Bit spots Amanek and mollies him out into the open for Perfecto to eliminate him. Amanek is now able to communicate to his teammates that 2 players are on B site, meaning there's only 1 on A site and they're free to push in. However, G2 make a smart call. They know Na'Vi are going to push for more intel out from A site, and the remaining G2 players push to cut off their rotations. Nexa spots Perfecto on catwalk, and Nico eliminates Bit outside of market for his 3rd elimination. Na'Vi is now split up. Only problem? There's almost no time left, so G2 need to get the bomb down ASAP. G2 move on to A site and use a second-hand flashbang they picked up to take some space. However, Nexa and Jax blind themselves with it, and Nico's back is turned to watch for Perfecto's re-aggression. Boomich is in somewhat of an unconventional spot to be on the map and quickly takes advantage of the situation, eliminating the blinded Nexa, the wrong way looking Nico, who picked up a 4th elimination on Perfecto, and then right onto Jax, planting the bomb. Poor Jax, it happened too fast to even know what was going on. And that's it, the round is over. A good effort from Nico, picking up the first 4 eliminations for his team on Mirage. They may not have picked up the round, but it was the spark they needed to wake up from their sluggish start. G2 were at a severe disadvantage this round, but by being careful and tactful with their info gathering, they were able to put themselves in the right place at the right time to almost win their eco round. In Counter-Strike, information is everything.
But let's get these gun rounds back underway. See if we can get the round starting to form in G2's favor as well. There we go. Nico continues. Now we're talking.
Starting to heat up. I'm not talking red hot, but it's definitely starting. Just a perfect time for Hunter to strike. He posts his first as well. We'll smoke off jungle. They want to make this hurt. They've got some pace behind them here. Into A, flooding through the connector. The flames will keep them honest. We'll keep them at bay. Electronic needs a reload. Nico late from ramp. And Na'Vi will just start to maneuver back towards this B side. There's 2 of them there. Electronic still wants to perhaps voice some concerns. But G2 going to be very diligent, check the site out thoroughly.
All right, well, now the damage of Nico's AK is being felt. They have to save, right? You can't go into this and throw it away, considering the loss bonus only at 1,400. There's a bit of residual cash in the bank. The buy probably could work, but once again, we're thinking the long game here on this ET side from Na'Vi. So great stuff. Nico gets 4 kills in the previous round, gets the opening kill in this one, and now he's here to play. The question was going to be, how long can Na'Vi keep Nico caged?
4-0 was a little alarming.
Very alarming.
The way in which it was found as well.
3 clean sheets. When does that ever happen? You know, when are the first 3 rounds of a game ever kept completely clean?
And it will put the first on the board. Game time. Let's see what happens into our next. It's round 6, the standard util mid, and I think with nades and wall bangs, they've been deterred from anything particularly aggressive. Simple's taking his AWP to B, just constantly mixing it up, keeping it unpredictable, and that slither gap does confirm presence. He knows there's one at least descending towards the lowers. Jack's top mid as well. Bit was in ladder, so he'll be responsible for anyone that tries to walk out under window.
This is quite slow from G2. We're sub 1 minute now, and they're just jostling for this mid control. Window smoke out from Jax. Flash is going to follow through. That permits Hunter to come up through the underpass. Starting to clamp down on this one. But are they postured for an A split, or is it going to be over towards B? Jumping off the catwalk, it should be A with 40 seconds left.
High flash from Simple should buy some additional time. The incendiary burning away, and they've got smokes and more incendiaries as well. They're going to have to go through this. Off the flash, I suppose. They're burning their toes, pushing in. Great loss of vision. A 1-for-1. And the A site could be theirs. They may have found a gap. Simple's posted up on this. And they're planting in front of that triple box. They still could be denied. It's not far off. Amanek wants the trade. He has fallen to Simple. What a push from Boomich. So much damage inflicted. It's gruesome. If they catch that bomb plant. Oh, and he has! The bomb loose. G2's chances dwindle. What are you supposed to do now? Nico's not got the health, and with a frown on his face, he accepts his fate. It's 5 for Na'Vi.
Oh, dearie me. That was looking good for a moment there. That trade onto Electronic, the site felt like it was good. It felt like it was going to be G2's every day of the week.
It did.
Now, I did want to talk about the T side of G2 when they took on Big. It was just felt like defaulting every round, and every time Big tried to fight them in middle, Jax was removing heads, right? His AK was looking very precise from that top mid box, from that tap position. Or Delpan if you're one of the old schoolers.
Starting to sail through. Simple's here again, as is Perfecto. Tucks in off the flash, and what is that? He's caught another, and he's not done either. Perfecto steals it from him. G2 held up in the apartment, and that's important. Nico has put Simple down. And Perfecto's left, just in the open, but doesn't matter. His precision is there. And Perfecto continues to make good and short work of G2. 25. Really uncomfortable now. Boomich in the tight line, not easy clear for the AWP. Hunter's gone. What's Amanek supposed to do? Na'Vi dismantle G2. Upon arrival to this B site, tight lines held, and that's the end of that. Oh man,
they're reading this, aren't they?
They are. They've got G2's number.
7 rounds of play so far. Now the question on Dust 2 was, where's Nico? His team needs him. Now the question is, where's the team? Nico needs them.
You'd love to have both at the same time on the grand final stage.
And this is where it will just be another timeout burn. So the second one of G2 used here within the first 7 rounds of play.
Na'Vi in their heads. Yeah, so you got 2 unarmored pistols, 1 AK, some Galils. Na'Vi definitely got a lovely, very flexible CT setup. Hunter's bringing some aggression into the mix, and this time he gets the better of Perfecto. A huge contribution, and his second frag. There you go, Chad. There's another name.
And that's an opening kill as well. So now how can they work with this? They can just regroup. They have the number advantage here, but every single time it's felt like Na'Vi are the ones who have their pieces in the right place. Bit passive over towards Ticket right now when he's lonesome. Simple playing float. He's over towards Market. Boomich in the vent room has to deal with mid. And Electronic, well, he's on B. So right now, if G2 were just to completely steamroll into this A site, they just have to get past the rookie.
Bit has that incendiary. He's going to be tempted to drop it upon the flashbangs, but holds his nerve, holds the palace line, and screams. They're on A. Holds his nerve, the flash to buy some time. G2 flooding into the site. They've had the site before, though, but they haven't been able to convert. Looking for the bomb plant. Great catch from Bit. Good trade from Jax. He's got to find another. Does get his feet back on the ground in time. Looking good for G2 here. Boomich with a 1v4. And he gracefully does mantle up towards short.
Smooth.
Very nice. And could have a bit of an opportunity with a smoke scooped up, but could just be this AWP recovery.
And that's great. We just called for it. We said, where's the team? Well, here they are. They've shown up in a crippled buy. That was not a good buy whatsoever. They just cobbled that one together, able to get a couple of rifles out, a couple of pistols, and now they walk away and they profit. So it's looking good for Na'Vi, but by no means is this one a guarantee whatsoever. 6-2, the scoreline lies.
Able to deliver in that capacity this time. He's done some sensational work for Na'Vi so far. Bit unloads his mag. And you do see that CT economy of Na'Vi kind of hinging on, well, 3 M4s. Jack's already been caught on the aggression. And Bit's patrolling. Nico, oh, wow. He's been taken down as well. Na'Vi have clawed this straight back into a 3v5. Now something of sort of a trade. It's still a problem. Bombs loose and G2 dilapidated. And only Nexa now. The whole squad against him. You said they had to find some consecutive rounds, but Na'Vi have just not let it happen. They refuse.
Well, that felt like his chance for a kill right there. Needs something just for the confidence sake. 1 ADR so far. There's the frag. Off the donut.
Ooh, spotted Simple as well. Knows the AWP is posted up and walks straight into his line.
G2 came in with a game plan. Yeah, we're going to go hit up Perfecto. We're going to bully the support player on the B site. You're not getting away with that. If you go in, you get either destroyed by Perfecto and Bit combo, or Simple's there with the AWP to slow you down as well.
Yeah, Bit is a revelation for Na'Vi. How often were they so close, but just didn't quite have that fifth finger of the fist?
Look, Flamey had great aim. sometimes. Bit has great aim and he's bloody versatile.
All the time. And he understands this Na'Vi game plan. Look at Electronic. Look at the flare from this man. Straight up. Tagged up. Still doing damage. Still draws first blood. This time Nexus clawed one back and it's on Simple no less. They may assume that that was a wide open B site with Simple's death. He's walking on in as well. The smoke implies Perfecto's close. Go on, Nexa. He's delivered. G2 given a gift.
Needed that. Definitely needed that. And it's all a ruse. The B rotation, it's in. Oh, another one.
Go on, Nexa. One-man army here for the G2 army. And now the A site wide open. He'll take another. Go on, Nexa. 4. Give him the ace. Bit walking around in the kitchen. He's not far off. The crosshair was in the right place. Now that's a confidence booster if ever I saw one.
It could be walking into this here as well. Nexa still posted up light. Lose him in transition, but this could play in his favor here. That's a response from Nexa. Started this one slow, but the in-game leader steps up in a huge way. He's here to play, and that's the third for G2.
Game on. Game on. You're just proving to yourself, Na'Vi can die. They can bleed. You can actually convert.
Now, you want to keep this one clean if you're G2. That round was great. You're getting in this. You're feeling it. You're starting to get fired up. But calming this one down and taking your time. You cannot fumble. You show your shoelaces. You don't want to be tripping over them here. The banana peel. Work out where this stack is. Work out what type of buy you're up against. Once you know it's the USPs, a real conversation can begin. And Nexa, well, he might pick up where he left off. Heading over towards this B site. Clears close. About to get a bit of a shock, turns the corner, dinked on up, still converts onto Simple. He now knows that it is an eco.
And he can confirm there's no more presence in the B apartments. It still looks like they want to walk up short, though.
This could get very dangerous. I know it is on the USPs, but if they don't clear all their corners here.
Got so much time. Take your time. Jax is tagged up Bit. Will he clear his corner? Oh, Boomich has taken him down, and now back to turn. There's too many bodies. These P250s are hurting. It's getting costly. 2v1. And Perfecto shouldn't have a voice into this one, but already he's just chipping away at Nico. Every bullet connecting, and he's
no.
Perfecto, this would be such a clutch. Breaking G2's morale, their spirits, and their hopes. Up against nothing. It was a full eco. Hunter's got to pick the pieces up here. Everything implies it's his. Perfecto still being a dastardly little juke. And now tagged up him again. 35. Oh my god, he connected another. Hunter bails him out with 19 HP to spare.
Oh my god, I said don't slip over your own shoelaces, not on that banana peel, and it almost does exactly that. If they lost to the USPs, that would have been gutting everything that they had just done. All of that confidence, those jitters that I was talking about shouldn't be in the conversation. That could have all come crashing down. That would have been a fantastic clutch right there from Perfecto.
Yeah, he fired off some shots mid, so they know there's an AWP presence B, or was. And he's actually going for a lovely angle here on top of the bench. He should have a chance to at least pull the trigger onto the first. They bunny hop out the window. The flashes are there. They haven't found him. Simple now put his name in the feed. There's an AWP on site. And nice catch from Nico. Electronic keeps it level. It's going back and forth. It's Jax that catches the rotate. This looks great for G2 now, and they've got so much time. Bit with the AWP. You'd imagine he wants to keep hold of it.
He hasn't fired a shot yet, so they don't actually know what weapon Bit was wielding. If he can just keep his head tucked right now and say, hey, don't look for me. But G2 are back in this first half. That's 5. Now we're working on something. Now we're cooking with gas. Now how far and how much of a surprise will this AWP be? Because Hunter took that one away. They know that Simples wasn't scavenged. This is such a question mark. I'm going to be very, very curious to see how it's plied. Actually, hearing these pistols early is good. It might lure them in. They're not quite sure what that saved rifle was.
They may find out pretty damn soon if they continue their campaign up mid.
This could be some huge problems. They can't smoke CT from Palace, and they're having 3 players come through Palace. This could be... Oh, they've actually forced a rotation. Simple might not be in position here. If he is, he can ruin the round.
Starting to suss it out. Nexa spotted and tagged up, but he's still standing his ground. He's looking for you. Jax just jumps straight into the crosshairs, and that's the problem.
Screwed now, 25.
He knows where you are. He's looking ramp. Your util will not force him off this line. He's still ready to receive you. Tucked on triple. He's looking the wrong way. You got to get out now. G2. Oh, just as he looks away. That's a gift. Amanek will take it. They have to watch out for that triple box, and another one from Perfecto.
Boomich is still hidden on the side. 8 seconds, 8 seconds.
Deny it, dude. 5. Somebody find him. They tag him up. That's a big one from Nexa. He contributes in a huge way, and I can't believe how close these rounds have come on just ecos.
You have to give a big thumbs up to Nexa. He found Boomich behind the box. I'm sitting here screaming, Boomich can ruin it all. Nexa, no dramas whatsoever. The clock was so low.
And that's Boomich special. We saw him already convert a round off the back of that. He likes to sit triple. When you've got 20 seconds left, he will tuck in. and be ready for that denial.
Na'Vi, they're back against the wall right now, and they're pushing mid.
See how this reacts with Jax and Amanek. Electronic got some real pep in his step. Aggressive, elevated. Flash from Nico. Simple's already caught Hunter on his underpass campaign, so there are real options here, and I'll fully flash. Jax again to die. Amanek claws something back. They'd love another. Not to be found all too easy. So much time. Round 14, and already G2 stomaching 2 casualties. Try and slip through. Oh, the barrel poking out costs him his life, and G2's chances really starting to dwindle. Nexa confirms they've evacuated the window.
Well, Bits pushing again.
Would he really check ladder? He's considered it. Amanek, I think he may have just been spotted. That's the bomb. They can't afford to lose him, and down goes Amanek.
Here comes Nexa.
Yeah, 2 not expecting him now.
This might be 2 huge frags.
1v4, he's got to give it all he's got. They both just disappear, evaporate.
Oh, that's going to waste so much time for him to search right now. This is still a free kill onto Perfecto every day of the week, but he can't get the double anymore. Position noted. There's no time for this. There's just no time for this. Hoping to flush out another here. Nex is done in this one. This is going to be 8 for Na'Vi.
What an adjustment. Boomage from the heavens. Airborne as he starts to unload his mag. One more round of play here on Mirage, and it started so bleak.
Here we go, round number 15 about to get underway. The AKs are out. The buy is looking good for both teams.
Jax is going to really want to avoid that opening death again. He's had a fair few of them in these last few. And out he goes. He is the entry fragger, but right now he's just been struggling to break through Na'Vi. Slight gap in the smoke for Simple to work his magic. Someone has to be the sacrificial lamb. Someone has to go through first, and it might be Jax again. He's jumped over. That's a good element of surprise.
Hunter, he's parking for a late flank right now. A minute on the clock. Are they just going to search on out here? Because Amanek has a window of opportunity right now to post up.
Looking in now. Okay, Boomage spotted out. Nexa begging his teammate to find the frag, and they do. Both of them, in fact. Oh, and another from Nico. Suddenly the A site is open for business. They're battered and bruised. Hunter with the latest of flanks. They know he was B. Perfecto and Bit, though. Both of these new boys have delivered. Final round of play. G2 to close this gap within touching distance of Na'Vi. Perfecto are smoking a kit. If he could get it on the bomb, it's on default. Through the smoke. Nico will post another. 3 from Nico here, and that's it. Okay, competitive Mirage after all. This grand final delivers, as do G2 in the second half of our first. We'll be right back with the second.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Freeze drive ritual!
E is the only place Hollywood icons would send their kids to work.
Dude, are you kidding me?
This January.
Today, breeding season. Nope, I will not be doing that.
8 celebrity kids.
These are the shoes I was telling you about. The Prada ones? They're perfect for the ranch, right?
Famous parents.
My dad is Shaquille O'Neal. Your dad is like worldwide.
0 life skills.
I don't touch sheep. I don't ride horses.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
Giddy up for relatively famous ranch rules. New series, January 12th, only on E.
When a publisher has something that works, they can get in the habit of spamming the remaster button like a monkey freshly addicted to heroin. And then there's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. This remaster just became available on the Switch, and more than just a nostalgia grab, this title fills a real need, because apparently no one makes skateboarding games anymore. Ever since Neversoft shuttered its doors and the eyeball on a spike's pension plan kicked in, the industry has been starved for the magic of the original games, despite attempts to revive the series. There hasn't really been anything else like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. While the Skate franchise was incredible in its own right, the complex controls and more realistic physics made it closer to a skateboarding simulator than Tony Hawk's accessible, arcadey feel. Which is why the remake is so brilliant. It's got everything you want, improvements on what you didn't, and extras to make you think you're getting more for your money. Developer Vicarious Visions were very thoughtful about what they did or didn't include from previous games and what they decided to update. This feels like it's very much from the perspective of fans that actually understand why people love the first two Tony Hawk games. The remake includes all of the original levels from the first two games, but looks like a graphics engine created in this century. You're not just a skateboarder, but also an urban explorer, because there's so much to see here. This is great because you'll likely be repeating many of the levels in order to collect all of the challenges. Because unless you're amazing at this game, you're gonna bail. And bail. And bail. Which paves the way for that moment of triumph a skater feels when they land that trick they've been practicing for the last 5 weeks out in the Ralph's parking lot. The level design remains top-notch, with different routes and potential for high-scoring combos revealing themselves as your skill at the game grows. The more you play, the more ways you find to get from point A to point B, making it feel like the levels evolve as your perception does. The core design is brilliant. Using an easy-to-learn, difficult-to-master moveset, you're released into various parks with a set of objectives that you can tackle however you see fit. The new controls take all the best elements of the games and blend it into something tighter. And if you're a die-hard fan of the original controls, well, that's an option too. The collectibles, meanwhile, make it feel like you're playing a platformer with an utterly unique traversal system. And the options to create both your own skater and a skate park gives a ton of extra value to a game that is already replete with replayability. Using Tony Hawk as a paragon of how to remaster a game, there's a few things to look out for to know if it's the real deal. In the case of Vicarious Visions, we know they have a few under their belt, like Tony Hawk or the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Lastly, is it something that fans have been asking for, or is it something to capitalize on topicality, like, let's say, the Deadpool game? The defining trait that makes these remasters so good? It's the love of the game. And like the very passionate real-life skater community, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 represents something more than just a plank of wood on wheels.
It's time to get you back into the game, and last time I checked, we were on map 2, which means after this we could see the series tied up, or one team could be starting to run away with it. Although teams have been known to throw in the past, so your guess is as good as mine.
We return straight to the fray. Na'Vi exchanging bumps and smiles, and understandably so. Not only 1-0 up, but just the one round up after the first half of our second Mirage. Competitive CT start looked great. Perfecto has looked like a fourth start, as if there was any more needed in the Na'Vi sky. And there's one of the newest. 18 years of age on the grand final stages, Bit. Nexa recovers after a very slow start, and let's see how the second half has any more ridiculous plays to be delivered. Already had a record breaker on Dust too.
I'd love this one here to make this CT side easier.
Yeah, they've come so quick and easy. That's all the util. That's surely the game plan out the window for Na'Vi. Boomich down. 2 from underpass. The cousins are here. Nico's got 1. Hunter departs, courtesy of Bit.
They're into A though. ENunn could get the bomb down here. Only Nexa over towards spawn. The smoke buying some space. Simple cannot go down without a frag.
He's got 2 info here now on jungle. And he's already tapping the heads. This P250 is so threatening. Simple is a force to be reckoned with. And it may require 2. Perfecto's still in mid. NiKo trying to keep him busy. Eyes away. AmaNEk is there. And AmaNEk needs this. Simple denies.
Out of bullets.
And he needs the reload.
Oh, one left.
It doesn't matter. Nexus found him with the double. ENunn has planted. Looks a little awkward for him.
Nex has a kid.
Yeah, and he's going to go on it with the smoke. It's going to be very hard for ENunn. He's trying to close the gap. And
there's a chance.
Bodyguard! The bullet's so close. He could have denied him. But G2, their first pistol of this grand final, and it was compulsory.
Bit did great. I can't believe Bit gets hunted top mid with the Glock there, but the trades were better for G2.
Oh man, I just felt like that was going to connect, you know, ENunn with the denial, and NiKo this time, just before the smoke blooms.
Right, this one shouldn't get out of control. Now, shouldn't is the key word here. Oh, NiKo, look at that. Perfect stuff. And the initial one top mid, 2 more straight through that connector smoke. No silly business with your boost here today, and it is just Bit. Man, in question, 2 huge shots. Oh, almost had time to line up a third. All right, all right.
Oh man, every member of this Na'Vi roster will take the full mile when just the inch is given. Never mind the inch, the bloody millimeter.
This is where the rifles come out, though. Na'Vi didn't invest in much more than upgraded pistols, so we'll get an early gun round out of them. Bit is on that journey. He's been spotted. Exchanges of smoke. The bomb coming through mid on Boomich here. Big problems now for Na'Vi.
G2 have got so many bodies here in mid. They're ready to fight, but Boomich still strikes. This is going to be chaos. Look at the feed. It's all G2. ENunn to change things. Leaps to seize the space upon the info that there's no one home on A.
Needs to keep going, though.
He can. Perfecto tucked in here. This has actually got some legs to it, you know. Now, the bomb's in mid, sure. But let's work this 40 seconds. Oh, what a
How's
find.
he lost that?
I can't believe it. There's a chance, though, for ENunn. He'd need NiKo now. And that's not happening. Let's go. NiKo definitely looking like a new man coming into this CT side.
Pistols out, and a chance for this one to calm on down.
Crosshair lowered a little. Simple executed by NiKo. You can see Bit was feeling himself after that Deagle round he had. Perfecto's put NiKo right back on his arse. Hunter with some trigger discipline here. Is he waiting for at least Perfecto? Oh, they do line up. He's got them both here. Needs the spray and provides it. So that will be G2's conversion. NiKo and Nexa, head and shoulders above the rest. But into the CT side, it is an opportunity to see the rest come through.
All right, Boomich now, he's going to get thrust on forward. The smokes are out, the AWP shot misses. They've given him that space to work with. And once again, look at the radar, look at the mini-map in the top left of your screen, everybody. 2 players short, 2 players connected, 1 window. They want to fight middle.
That's what Boomich and Simple are waiting for. Pushing in. Oh, a tag! NiKo lives on for just a second. The Glock to finish.
Oh, here he comes!
Messy spray finishes the job. There's 1 man in mid left. It's Jax. Bit timed that to perfection. And now AmaNEk to be called upon on the A site. By finding the pick on ENunn, he was ahead of the pack. They will commit the bomb towards A. He scooped it up in T-spawn. No one there to receive them. And the smoke implies AmaNEk may want to get his attention drawn on this side of the map. He will be there. Oops, didn't mantle. Chance here.
Now.
A real chance for AmaNEk. Can't afford to miss this shot.
They're giving up the space as well. AmaNEk can creep forward. He might catch them by surprise.
Oh, AmaNEk. Looking to fill the shoes of Kenny. Yes, and that's the shot. Perfecto down, 2 on 2.
Another smoke coming in from Bit now. He's just dropped that as he's coming up ramp. Simple has to stay perched in apartments. It's all up to Bit here. He needs to get the bomb, he needs to trust his superstar, and he needs to get that one down. Jax is rotating through CT. AmaNEk's taken more of a passive line nice. Here.
I like the setup. AmaNEk can react if it was to be B. It is A. 30 seconds, Bit starting his mission. And that's the shot. Jax gives it up. A problem now. AmaNEk's done so much for them. He has to do even more. That's the shot, though. Simple down, 1-on-1. Bit to come up clutch for Na'Vi and to post their very first on the T side. AmaNEk to keep the sheet clean. Patience here from the Frenchman. And that's Bit strafes out wide. And that's the peak. That's Na'Vi's first, delivered on a silver platter by Bit. It's just a little too wide on his rotation CT, and that was all Simple needed. Okay, AmaNEk's got the move, still definitely feeling himself on the AWP. Util from the ramp. Nex is there in support. Bit's timing is everything as well. He's in the smoke, footsteps may bait him in. And that's his chance. He still hits the headshot. Somebody finish him off. Perfecto as well into the site has found NiKo. It's wide open for business. Yeah, okay, but Simple peeks in all the way from the bulk. He started on ramp. He's read AmaNEk like a book. Biff and chip, ages 3 and up.
That one right there was real chance for G2. They had the pieces of the puzzle in the right place that looked like they had actually rotated in time to stall that one out. Would have caught Na'Vi really off guard, but the awareness right there.
Oh, it comes too easy to Simple. Like, watching it in his perspective, if you were just watching Simple's perspective and you just started playing Counter-Strike, you'd be like, this game looks so easy. That AWP's like the most easy gun in the game.
Yeah, look, it's definitely the most powerful gun in the game, but not many can wield it like this man right here. 11-10 scoreline now, and well, these saved rifles are everything here for G2 in this one. How much can they milk out of these? The rest of the teammates are on the economical, and it's 2,400 as the loss bonus into the next, so the buy is still going to be very fragile.
At least Nico's got an opportunity to call for some help. He's got only a USP, and there it goes. Hunter's rifle does nothing. Boomich just shrugs it off. And this, as you said, had implications. They wanted to at least be able to get competitive, deny the plant, make it costly. Jack's got to hold on to that M4.
Yeah, water for ducks back there. And I don't know what G2 are going to do in the next round. Now you're seeing what those silenced M4s can do. Hunter and Amanek purchased those, but Amanek has a smoke and 2 flashes. You've got Hunter with just a smoke and a flash. We're talking 1 Molotov, 1 incendiary here.
The power of the silenced M4, that 2,900 cost, that's a missed smoke, and Boomich makes better on it.
Molotov actually helps them more.
Yeah, and that smoke enables his safe passage into the connector. He can take those fights! Ooh. Jumps straight into the clutches of the silenced M4. Hunter draws blood, Nico too. Simple with 1 rebuttal. They do have presence in the dark. This could be a chance for Nex, who's going to be forced into the fight. Perfecto greets him with lead. And Bid strafing wide into Nico. He wins his duel. 2-on-2, a real opportunity though. Na'Vi by no means out of this one. Pushing straight through off the flash, he was anti. Bid's got another with his 12 HP. And Jack's been very quiet, could maybe have had the element of surprise there. 1v2.
I think he has to go for this. I feel like he has to.
Doesn't even go for it. Just head on back.
That's 12 now, Na'Vi back in the lead. The levy has been broken on the T-side rounds. It's 4 in a row. Jax is finding a lot of space right here. He's going to continue pushing.
Looking the wrong way. It's an easy frag. The only rifle now down, and it will be defended. Perfecto runs away. He's actually going to throw away his. Oh, and that's horrible for G2. A bitter pill to swallow. Nico's looking the wrong way as well. Feel like I'm repeating myself, but the same deaths this time. At least Nex are facing the right direction this time. We'll go down to Perfecto for the double.
Yeah, that one can't be picked on up. Amanek, nice shot. Would need a lot more than that. Has the opportunity. Peppers up Simple. Another offered with Bit, but they're just there swarming Na'Vi.
It has given Na'Vi full control of the reins right now for that 2-0 conversion of a grand final. Like, and you know, we said, oh, G2, they'll be having to keep their minds clear, live in the present, and not think about the 3-0 of the last land prior to this in Katowice. You will when that 2-0 is starting to be locked in. And it's going to come in very thick and fast. Bodies and nades sail through. Amanek passes his first test, and he's got a good eye on towards that Apps aggress. Flashed off. Perfect util from Na'Vi. He'll drop a smoke to play around. Hunter's got a good element of surprise here, and double spray on the M4. Simple looking for answers. Can't find the shot. It's Hunter and Nico. Multi-kill out of Hunter. He's definitely been the shining light, the beacon for G2's hopes and dreams. Smoke on top, and looks like this is just going to be a pop and go. Nico sitting anti, there's a gap, and Nico strikes now. Disappears into the smoke they deployed. There's more way around it. Perfecto claws it back, and he's going to make it 2. Now a real problem. Alarm bells ring in the head of Nexa. Bullets 2, and Simple suddenly, or rather not Simple, Na'Vi suddenly with a 3 versus 1. Amanek left his own devices on B, and that really fell apart quickly. Nico, 2 apparently not enough. Oh boy, we're at the business end of our second map here.
Way back underway, but this is a different look. What?
Wallbang?
Okay. Well, they're going A. Boomich is selling this in mid on his own here.
He's got Nexa and Nico, everyone looking at it. It's Amanek's responsibility on A. Electronics swing straight out, taking some serious space.
Sights open, let's go.
Turned. They're already flooding into CT. He bests Nico. Smoke on towards the connector, Nexa ahead. What can he find? There's so many members of Na'Vi hanging around here.
This is for 15.
This is to really just put the thumb screws on to G2. Bomb's already going down. Simple, if he wants to cross, may meet that silenced M4. Just tagged up, doesn't find the lethality he sought. 3v4, how do you get back into this one? Some tags onto Simple's a great start. Bullets into that triple box would help, but he's bounded away. Jack's very quiet so far. Now time for a loud repeat. That Simple found. Electronic is next victim. Jax has given G2 a chance. It's very, very tight. Perfecto and Bit can finish into 15 here, and Perfecto with more damage. Traded, now onto the bomb.
Jax has to guard him.
Has to play spoiler. Jax, you have to defend him. You have to defend him. Jax has got it. And so have G2, and they love that one. Malik, often very soft-spoken, but erupts for his squad. That will be 13, and we say play on.
Huge. That is a huge round right there. The echoes of that one still need to be felt here. Na'Vi, that looks so good. We're going to get this one back underway, and both teams have everything they need to close out this map. Map number 2 is delivering in a big way here. 14-13. Na'Vi just hold on to this lead. And now Na'Vi start to make their move. Window smoke lands. Native exchange. Bit. It's going to gobble that one up. Down to below half HP here. Looking good for G2.
They've passed that test, haven't they? Mid control, haven't lost a body. Gets to really walk around in his wonderland, and he's hit the shot onto Nico. Into the site now. Bomb on the back of Boomich. Requires more from Amanek. He has pulled the trigger. That may deter the bomb commitment.
There's not enough bodies here. There's 20 seconds. They have to commit towards this B site. Where's the help?
Jax can find Bit here. Bit still hitting headshots. He's such a problem. Amanek looking the wrong way. Still struggling. Simple with the dunk. Gets it just in time. He's turning it around, and they can get the bomb down just in the nick of time. Simple has just bailed them out completely. Bit as well. Low HP, catching the full on Jax. Oh, Nexa, so much to do. This is for the map, essentially. Clearing his corners. Simple knocks him on the back of the head, and I want to see that one again.
Getting into the site with 7 seconds left, and the awareness here to be ready. 22 kills now for Simple.
But this was G2's chance to equalize. It feels like it may be too far gone now. What have they got to fight for their honor here on Mirage? It's a deagle for Nico.
They've got 2 smokes, a flash, and a Molotov. That's all they can defend with.
Nexa, he wants a frag, stands and does deliver.
Nico's deagle now.
Yeah, a bit burning sound cue. Nico's deagle. Wow, that's quick. The deagle blaze sets fire to Boomich. More required. 3 aggressing towards Nico's location. A $700 pistol separating him from that 0-2 in the grand final. Tagged up, still hitting shots. Nico doing the impossible. He's got the bomb loose as well. Maybe a chance. Simple's down. Nico takes 3. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered. G2 say play on.
Wanted the star performance. There it is. 31 kills now for Nico. Simple, yeah, you did it in map number 1, but Nico's here to play in a big way. They've turned this around, G2. They've turned this around. One more round to take us to overtime.
Well, all right, play on. Final round of regulation.
Both teams here with some omissions in the buy. Oh, straight out mid. This is a Bip. Bip's grabbed 1. Nico's down as well. That's a huge double from the rookie.
Oh my goodness, and G2 just like that. They've lost Nico and Amanek. Na'Vi can slow this right down. They can pull these final teeth now. And is it going to be excruciating?
This is all down to timing. Can Jackson Hunter get there in time? There could be multiple kills available here towards Connector. That molly might just stop, but it's about to land. Oh, it's towards the vent room. They can get the boost up.
It's a bit late. I think it's a little late.
They need to creep around the corner. They need to do it now. Oh, they're through.
Too late, they're in. Simple's just at the tail end, and he's already had a chance. A missed shot. He's ready for the repeat, and now, no, Jax couldn't finish his meal. And they're so set up. They've got all their contingency plans established. Nexa does dismantle Bit quickly.
That's in a smoke, hidden a smoke.
Bad. A flash high will catch Nexa on the repeat, but it's only a Mac 10 from Electronic. He may not be willing to go for that.
The smoke down.
This could be something special. Oh, Electronic, great timing. And it's Perfecto to finish. Na'Vi will make short work of that final round of play. 16-14, a harrowing defeat for G2. And now the Samurai stares down the barrel.
After that insane Mirage, Na'Vi just about take their second map in this grand final, which means, as it's a best of 5, they only need to win the next map, Nuke, to take the trophy. But we don't want to let you know what happened just yet, because we need to take a short break. So don't go anywhere unless you need to pee. And if you do, make sure you wash your hands, all right? Or I'll judge you profusely. We'll see you on the other side.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Wait a minute.
Now, it's been proven time and time again that the biggest mistake of all was giving fans the idea that if they yell loud and long enough, that they can will whatever they want into existence. Feedback and criticism are important to the growth of, well, anything. But the idea that someone can make a random Twitter account with an anime avatar, and that's going to change the course of decision-making inside of a multi-million-dollar company? Okay, now that's a bit disturbing. Which brings us back to our original question. Will GTA 6 be released this year? Absolutely not. GTA 6 seems to be trending on a weekly basis on the old gaming Twitter. So here are the facts. Take-Two Interactive, which is the parent company of Rockstar, recently had their earnings report. They did not mention Grand Theft Auto 6. No big surprise there. But what they also did mention is that Grand Theft Auto 5 is making an astronomical amount of money 8 years after its release. The game came out in 2013 and it sold 145 million copies to date. Red Dead Redemption 2, 37 million. So, Take-Two and Rockstar, they're kind of absolutely killing it. With some new updates coming out in summer 2021 for both of those games online mode, and those sweet in-game purchases, that adds up to a very healthy income. There's absolutely no imperative for them to rush, or even gently saunter their way into releasing a brand new open world game. You can use all the hashtags in the world. Rockstar and Take-Two are not going to jump at your request, especially when there's this insane shortage of next generation consoles. So why does fandom still think that they have the power to decide things for a company? I blame Kingdom Hearts. Fans pleaded for Kingdom Hearts 3 for over 10 years. But after years of conversations and hashtags, petitions, etc., Square Enix finally made fans' dreams come true in 2013 at the PlayStation E3 press conference, and then officially pushed it out the door 6 years later in 2019. The game was great, or at least that's what our intern says, because I still refuse to play it. But what it did do is it gave way too much power to a group of people who will never be satisfied to begin with. Kingdom Hearts 3 was 50 hours of bliss, and then the mob returned. They needed more to complain about. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Sora for Smash. Us gamers can be so gullible at times. We always want to believe the fine promises the publishers tell us. Like that Metroid Prime 4 was even in development when Nintendo put out this exquisitely demonstrative trailer. So hey, keep on tweeting at those companies and propping up all their brands, because if we can do it for Kingdom Hearts 3, we can do anything, right? Maybe if all of you stop riling yourself up about video games, I'll stop talking about you in videos. And on that note, to all of you out there rationalizing that Starfield's coming to the PlayStation 5, I have some extra GameStop shares to sell you. GTA 6 will eventually come out. It will be amazing and massive, and Rockstar will make more money than God as you happily sink hundreds of hours of your life into whatever rich new world they've created. But that won't happen for a while. Sorry to burst your bubble. Look, this is tough love, okay? You can scream, you can cry, you can make things trend to the heavens, but you still can't win them all. Not that I've learned this the hard way by trying to get Namco to release a new Klonoa by using my burner account. Yeah, it's not going too well.
Welcome back. Unless you never actually went away, in which case, hello again. Thank you for sticking around. I'm Frankie, and I couldn't be more excited right now, genuinely, because Na'Vi are 2-0 up in this series, which means if they take the next map, Nuke, they are going to be winning IEM Cologne. So G2 need to buck up their ideas, put everything on the line, and try and take us to another map.
But will they be able to activate up against Na'Vi in order to initiate what could be a reverse sweep? Na'Vi are within touching distance of lifting that trophy, though. It's over there, it's waiting, the brand new collaboration of ESL1 and IEM. For IEM Cologne 2021, we're into it. Na'Vi start on the attack, 3 dispatched to the lobby, G2 on the CT side.
1xBet odds, wow, really favouring Na'Vi now. Those odds have blown out, and there's no P250 for Simple. He actually has all the utility. It's electronic with this Tech 9 ready to spring into action.
Top pop, here they come. Bit and electronic straight in, no resistance. Hintus just doesn't even get to pull the trigger. And pistol rounds have been a real problem for G2. Nico bides his time in the heavens, has spotted out Boomich on towards that squeaky vent. They will be able to peek around that. Jack's hoping that that's drawn enough attention, especially with the flash. Jax might be able to strike from main. Here come the bodies. Next attract, Bit struggles.
Simple's flanking.
Jax found another one. 3v3.
Here he is, the knife!
The knife, you dare! He's pulled a knife out on him, and it doesn't cost him a thing. That is naughty.
Map number 2. Lovely little bonus there for Simple, and the AK-47 picked up, but look how mobile Na'Vi want to stay. I just love to see the nuance here. It's these little details that we're going to keep our eyes out for. Spotted, he's marauding now. Electronic just forcing him back into position.
On his own, by the way. They're heading ramp.
Now G2 have gone looking. 3 players about to peer their heads up secret. Here's Electronic, the MAC-10, perfect weapon for the job, and he wants more. Thrust forward, 2.5 kills. Info found. Cousins survive, but Na'Vi, they want the frags. Hunting, looking, Boomich is on the chase. Nico's been spotted. It's only a matter of time until round number 2 is posted. Nice response there from Hunter. Wants to keep his head above water.
Yeah, and it's a horrible way to go down. Just defending your honor, holding onto your deagle, you're getting a shot in the back, and that's if Perfecto doesn't finish you first.
Yeah, G2 are in this, right? They're in this. It's the smallest of margins determining these maps, and if they can just show up here, they can make a statement, they can extend this series. I'm sure they have a lot more to give.
Oh, only peek you make.
Have to get him in there. P250s at best. Electronic spots on top of Hunt. Amanek quickly dispatched off Jax. He's from above, and well, that's not too shabby whatsoever.
Yeah, still, unfortunately, the AKs are in play. Hunter thought he could evade him. Simple, far too aware. And these P250s do result in the death of Simple. Bit will at least manage to keep hold of his AK, but that is going to be one Kalashnikov burnt as the round resets.
Yeah, so a little bit costly, maybe a little bit more costly than it had to be, but regardless, outcome the same, and we'll see the flow-on effects of that now. So G2, they've won 1 pistol round in the first 2.5 maps of play.
Yeah.
They're really going to need it on their T side here. We will get into the gun rounds. We will sink our teeth into this. Keep your eyes on the likes of Nico and Amanek yet to frag. Their contributions are going to be integral here, and Amanek's gotten out the AWP early.
He's just not giving them the fight that they're looking for. And then just as they look away, he strikes, but Amanek's forcing the fight, and Bit's ready. Brutality, the AWP's aggression costs him an awful lot. He's down and out. He's got no one to call upon. He may just have to give this one up as he hears the steps. Bit's found another double kill.
Same position too. Squeaky is his.
And here they come. Next up, a lot to do. Doesn't quite find the shots there. It's just a shy of the mark. And Boomich lives on, as will Na'Vi's.
Jax finds one in the back as well, softening up this economy even more so. Frags come in. Nico should survive here. Gets the AK-47. Backs on off, and well, it is 4-0. Max loss bonus in play now. You can just see how Na'Vi are playing with the multiple little executes within that round, pivoting back and forth across the map. Shy of the mark there. Those nades not doing any damage whatsoever. Electronic 96.
Now Nico.
Oh, no.
Unable to finish the job. The rest will fall apart. Couldn't even take down Electronic. That's going to leave him a little shaken for sure.
Shooting players in the back, we do talk about it, right? It is difficult. It's hard to get the pathing straight, but with that AK...
I mean, I was about to give you some props because he's done exactly that. And more for Electronic as he makes it 2.
Now, AWP is back out. Buy is looking juicy again. G2 need to start finding some traction. If we want to have a competitive third map, it needs to start here.
Can't be a goose egg 6-0, just can't. At least create a gap, but they've got a counter. It's still a safe passage for Electronic as he just trundles straight across to Secret. He's already just walked straight through it. That's the gap, and that's the bomb. Nico provides a huge opener. There you go. That's the script flipped. Electronic is moving so fast through under, though. He has gone straight through. And now Nexa surely has to acknowledge this.
Oh, is he away? He doesn't look like it.
Oh dear, he's going to lose his life. It's Electronic, that's the find. Okay, G2 given a gift. Simple the Undertaker. Ooh, tag down. Jack's better off from that exchange.
Oh, big undertaking right now as well here.
He's going to walk in, off the util into the CT vent. Nice find from Jax, takes contact first. He's setting him up for success here. Jax, another solid defense at the top side. He wants Simple as well. That's great. Exactly what you wanted to see from your anchor on that top site, and he's put it on the board.
So the opening kill, it profits. We were at 5-0, we're now at 5-1. Let's keep our eyes on that, seems to be a factor. And Na'Vi, they're taking their time. They're going to allow Electronic to work before somebody else goes down in this. Main smoked off. This is looking like an all-time classic here, and Electronic is repositioned, so he's no longer in Secret. They forced the rotation, now they're taking territory elsewhere, and I think Nexa knows something is up here.
This is going to be a very different flavor. Nexa is well aware that there's been an unmanned defense of this bit, slipping down the vents. It's Nico that's passed his test on Yard again. He's taken down the dastardly duo. No Electronic, no Simple, and now no Boomich. There you go, G2 stringing together 2 on this defense. It's Perfecto, just trying to keep it honest, and already has found a lovely headshot into Jax. Hunter identified on that A site, 18 seconds, and a bomb irretrievable. They did so much on that Yard take as well. Like Nico, the fact he gets that double completely solves that part of the map.
So he could be that difference maker, and we've already seen him show up in a big way on Mirage, so don't count him out of this one just yet. Third consecutive would break the bank, and they didn't actually opt to drop the guns the way I thought they would. Boomich is into a Khalil, Simple gets a Deagle. I think utility was name of the game here as these Yard smokes land one more time. Well, they're faking top during all of this. There's nobody lower. They can stroll right in if they're quick.
Nobody can report quickly. Nexa's the closest perhaps from Ramp. Amanek there as well. Simple going to keep faking this with presence top, but just the Deagle. That's why, Chad. That makes sense.
Still nobody lower, and they're even smoking off and mollying towards Ramp, so the bomb should go down for free. We're going to have a 5v5 post-plant situation as long as Simple stays alive.
Okay, well, they've used all their smokes and mollies, and Bits has gone down on the lurk lobby. Simple, ooh, nearly took a chunk out of Nico, but that's huge. Now they've got a real 2-man advantage. Boomich wants to actively hold this vent, and it looks like they're not going to give it to him.
Oh, no one's going vent at all. They're all going to go from ramp. This will be all 5 players coming and descending down the ramp into Perfecto, Dark Spot, Electronic up towards windows, and Boomich can help them out from this window side.
Here they come, gathered. Nothing more. Nice incendiary will force the fight. Nico, more frags, and it's Hunter as well. Boomich, no hope. He'd have to deny that defuse. That's his best chance. Body block him, body block him. He goes for the wrong target. They could have had a chance to deny, you know. He had time to unload his mag.
Makes the retake for G2 all that much easier. This here is just going to be a partial investment. Lost bonus for Na'Vi in the next round, 2,900. The AKs can come out. Their utility, again, it's just these Yard smokes giving all this room to Electronic, but it seems like G2 have a very good read of how to deal with it. Nico, one more time. Will he win the fight? Peering around the corner, both of them backpedal unknowingly.
Robbie do meet Nexa. It was Perfecto who had a look at Trophy and down the vents with the bomb. Nexa, sure, he's lining up frags, but we should see a plant here as Nico. Oh, he's everywhere. He's absolutely everywhere, and well-managed spray.
Good molly.
Takes down Boomich, denies the play. Electronic, perhaps an element of surprise here. Yes, back to turn. He's got them both. There's a world where Na'Vi can turn this around. Simple, Electronic, quite the partnership.
Time's a problem.
It is, and Hunter is a problem for Simple. Electronic, this would be incredible ace clutch. You found him just a slight window. It should only be a plant. Here they come, double swing, spacing has to be good, and Hunter will be delivering 2. Hunter, one of the best aimers in G2 as well. You know, if G2 could win some pistols, they might be a really good team, like a really threatening team in the grand final stage, but...
Actually, I wanted to reflect on some of the more recent rounds. Na'Vi actually had the players in the right place. G2 just looked very aware. They stopped the rounds from falling apart by their own preparation, it seems. Now, the guns do come back out, and there's no AWP for Simple, but there still is one for Amanek in play. What is the mix-up going to be? Nico this time round, making it look spicy across towards Secret, drops the one-way smoke. That will stall out electronics surely.
Yeah, he should have the one-way locked in. Ooh, just a very smart jiggle. What's their reaction to this? I'm sure they've accounted for it in the past. You have to respect it. He's actually walking up close on Nico.
Oh, they're closing
ENunn can't support him. It's all on Nico. Just as he drops the incendiary, pulls the gaze, pulls the frag, expecting the drop, and he does get dunked on. Simple does respond. He lost a couple of teammates in the process. Simple charging. Hunter to receive him. Avenge his fallen family, but not happening in Simple's world. 3v3, and immediately it's pulled straight back into a competitive round. It looked great at the start.
Amanek about to call yard clear here. He's pushed all the way. Jax is the linchpin of this entire thing. Look at his forward position in hut right now.
Simple wants to come up the vents. They're all going to grab.
Oh, this could be huge from Amanek.
You can't see anything.
Might have to push more forward here to lock this one down.
He's still worried about yard. It means Jax is on an island right now. Anyone that glances main is his frag, but other than that, it's on Jax. They'll check him. That's the bomb carrier. Swung. Simple's down 2. Jax again passing his test on top site.
Looking good, and now it's a bit 1-on-3 situation. Cannot respond. Nexa rotates in time, and now we're all tied up. 5-5. Don't worry about that start. 5 on the trot here for G2 as they start to get activated here in map number 3.
Yeah, the presence of mind from Nico. He knew that that trajectory would bait him in. He uses it to his advantage and does best. Electronic, a same gap created.
Look how quick this is, though.
Yeah, he's again worming his way. This time the entire Na'Vi squad is there. Flash catches Simple, forces him off the elevated line. Nico might catch them here on the departure. Oh, what a find. It's Simple as well.
They know that Bit anchors towards lobby. Hunter's dealt with him in one of these situations, and Hunter, I mean, Nexa might catch him off here. He's pushing him down. He's caught the head. Electronics gone. That is huge.
That should be it, right? I mean, 3 left. They have the sight. The rotate will be late. Amanek won't be able to voice too much concerns. Bit still lingering on this lurk. Hunter knows there's a name in the feed missing. He knows Bit still want to find. Jax could be flanked on here. He's considered it. Jax and Amanek partnered up, and Bit's actually got him. He's actually blocked him. That's a really smart play. Well ahead of his years. Now the advantage is all Na'Vi's, and there's just no time. The ramp players will have to call it quits, and it will be Na'Vi's 6th.
Oh, that is crazy. I thought Nexa had done enough there. The fact that he takes down the furthest forward prong there of Electronic in the window room, like it was an audacious play to push in. He needed to get that kill, but the trade was efficient.
Pause it right there. Let's break that down. Nuke is an interesting map because the 2 bomb sites are on top of one another in a 2-layered map. So let's take a look at this round where both teams are fully equipped and the game is tied up. We start the round off with Na'Vi on the T side using a smoke wall outside leading down towards Secret, the quote-unquote secret entrance to B site. This smoke wall is set up from their spawn point and is a common set piece for pro players to use, with 3 smokes thrown, 1 landing close to red box, 1 to anticipate and extinguish the incendiary from G2, and 1 to land on the back wall. It cuts off a tremendous amount of vision for G2 and allows safe passage to the lower level, or fakes out opponents that think they've gone that way. 4 of the 5 Na'Vi squad make their way through the smoke cover towards Secret, but Nico was holding the angle and manages to catch Simple through the smoke. Tough luck. Now the question for G2 is, how many Na'Vi players have made it downstairs? They know Bit hangs out in lobby upstairs, so they need to commit bodies there still. Without all the intel, G2 needs to stay in place. Na'Vi continues down towards the B site. Nexa spots Electronic through window and takes him out, but is traded by Boomich in the off angle. Na'Vi doesn't know it, but they have B site all to themselves. Na'Vi molly and flashbang the ramp and plant the bomb. G2 thinks somebody is still upstairs with them, and Hunter tries to clear it by firing into the smoke, hitting nothing. Now with the bomb planted, all of G2 are upstairs and need to make their way down, so they split up without any confirmation of where Na'Vi players are. Nico goes back outside and goes down through Secret. Jax and Amanek take ramps down, and Hunter goes through the vent on A site. The idea is that by entering the site through multiple angles, they can overwhelm Na'Vi on a site that is difficult to defend because there's so many points of entry. But Bit rotates out hut onto A site and catches Hunter with his back turned. G2 is in a pinch, and now they have Na'Vi above them and ahead of them on site. Time is running out, so there's no time for caution. Nico continues through Secret and is surprised by Boomich, who pops out of vents and takes him out. Outnumbered, outpositioned, and out of time, G2 have no choice but to retreat and save their weapons. They take position on ramp to hopefully get an exit pick. which is when CTs try to pick off the Ts escaping the bomb explosion. But Na'Vi dip out the way they came in through Secret without losing anything. Na'Vi got lucky at the start with Nico only spotting the last player to enter Secret. They were able to infiltrate B site, catch the only player watching the site, and plant the bomb. G2 couldn't rotate down early because they didn't have enough intel to justify a rotation. How your team reacts to intel determines if you win or lose in Counter-Strike.
He's allowed the game to come to him, take his time and know that G2 needs to rotate. Plenty of money in the bank. The buy back out as this molly is just ruining any presence Na'Vi wants to make, and Electronic won't get away with the tricks this time round. Nico strikes once more.
He's got his own bag of tricks, Chad. Whether he's gone through Secret and actually sitting behind the one-way or throwing it from main, and that's the end of him. I think he may have got info on a jump, but regardless, Boomich has just banged him through the smoke.
Just as the event set up.
Yeah, I mean, this is fight or flight for Jags. They're going to get mollied. They both have to evacuate. The smoke should enable them to retreat, and tagged up on the vent dive. They will get the bomb down. This low site's been a problem for G2, Chad, and only Amanek's going to be there to report any sort of crosses.
This AWP is perfect for the job. He needs to hit the shot.
Does hit the shot. Bit scoops up the bomb and can still challenge. Amanek can't really contest this, but he might take some space, and he is taking some liberties. Tech9. That's a chance. Simple can swing open the door, but Bit's doing it on his own. And again, G2 detached from the pack. This low site is the punish. It's too much. Nexa and Jax, what are you to do? Perfecto's just dancing with him, rotting the clock with every passing second. He just jiggles around, confirms they're still not going for it. And Na'Vi booking themselves a 7th here. This is a really well-structured and well-varied T side. Simple loudly stampeding.
Yeah, they know he's coming.
Oh, god damn.
Doesn't matter if they know he's coming. He's going to find some impact there. A double kill for Simple in this round, and he's hunting here. Wants to take away these rifles. Whittling down this CT-sided economy can be everything. Because the fact that G2 posted 5 of their own rounds in a row, it meant that their loss bonus went all the way back down to 0. So I want to give credit to Perfecto as well around Squeaky, staying calm. It's all just about playing that clock once the bomb goes down.
They're definitely not flustered.
Oh, are they going warehouse? Because if they do, it would actually be the perfect play. If they go secret, Amanek is down here with the AWP, and for a one and done, this is the perfect weapon for the job. He can take a shot and he can fall back to a more passive line. He needs to hit this.
Electronic's jiggles are just next level though, and he doesn't hit the shot. Amanek's going to be in a lot of trouble somehow. He's actually been bailed out. Nexa saves G2 there. That was so close to falling apart. Nico's there, the bomb's yard, and starting to walk heaven side. Boomich making space for his start. They might catch lobby. Perfecto does go down, but that's not Bit, and they know there's more. This time Nico delivers, but from behind they will strike. Will he get them both? Oh god, Boomich is not done. He refuses to quit. Making this 2v5 into something pretty damn competitive here. If the bomb goes down as well,
the molly!
He tagged him, dunked as well onto Boomich, but he finishes it with the flames. Simple, looking to go once again into a 1v3. He's already had a fair share of them, broke a record with an ace, and now the bomb's ticking in his favor. Tickle on the bomb.
Sitting it.
He's gonna get the info. They are holding it. He doesn't get the deny, and it will be G2 wrapping that one up and finishing him off for good measure as well.
Great round there from Nexa again. Plant facilitates another buy, but Na'Vi's cash is still in a really rough spot here going forward. Would love another plant to guarantee a buy in the next round of play, which will be the final. Bit more pizzazz out of Electronic this time, doing a bit of the electric slide, gets himself into warehouse, and wow, his teammates, they can come on with him. Look at this. Everybody just skirting behind those smokes, down towards Secret, and Bit, well, he's even more passive in lobby this time round.
But he's bought time. That's a chance. Oh, God damn, Jax. He pulls the trigger first, but Electronic's just too good. Get him out of yard. Nexa does. Util will force Nico off the line. He's trying to deliver. Swings open the doors to bait them in. It's Perfecto that delivers, though. Problems now. Nexa trying to confirm the presence lower.
It's a two-man flank from Secret here. If they're quick, they might catch them off guard.
Potentially. They're coming out decon. They know Perfecto was window side. Boomich versus Hunter in a massive head-to-head. They do find it. 3 versus 3. They are battered and bruised, though. Weary. Na'Vi so low. That door game will not be played any longer. Bit, however, this is quite the flank. There's no way G2 are ready for this. Amanek has a glance. They can't react. Hunter is very quick on the draw. And now onto it. Going for the defuse. Perfecto has to address it. He's not got the angle. The nade. Is it late? Oh, God, it's not quite on the mark. I thought he was low enough. Not a bad attempt.
G2, they're getting the objective down. They're getting that bomb defused. That's 2 rounds in a row. They find themselves on these knife-edge clutch moments. Same molly deployed towards Yard here. And I think they might just throw the smoke wall late.
And Amanek with an aggressive maneuver. These haven't worked out for him too well previously. But he's done his due diligence and should be posted up here on trophy. That's the shot. Simple down. Swing comes in. Trade available. Nexus there. Does clear. Nice find. That's the bomb. If he gets the incendiary down, Perfecto has to respect it. And still catching Jax's aggression, albeit 1-for-1. Trying to nutmeg as it fades. Electronic does fall. Hunter with a big contribution. If he could just find Perfecto, they'll take 8, and that's it. G2 take the lead at the half for the first time in the grand final.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Come on, guys, get the W.
I'm winning.
If you really want to win this, we should do the
Freeze drive ritual! Silence! TBH, the elixir!
Elixir? I brought Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is the elixir.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
SteelSeries, we make gaming gear so you can be anything you want, except one thing: ordinary. Fight the biggest bad guy you can find. Create something nobody's seen before. Now that's beautiful. Why waste your ammo on this guy? Be so good at games he just nades himself to death. It's up to you how far you go, but whatever you do, go for glory.
E is the only place Hollywood icons would send their kids to work.
Dude, are you kidding me?
This January.
Today, breeding season. Nope, I will not be doing that.
8 celebrity kids.
These are the shoes I was telling you about. The Prada ones? They're perfect for the ranch, right?
Famous parents.
My dad is Shaquille O'Neal.
Your dad is like worldwide. 0 life skills.
I don't touch sheep. I don't ride horses.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
Giddy up for relatively famous ranch rules. New series, January 12th, only on E.
Hi, I'm the Black Hokage. You could game with any network that never stopped gaming, or just G4. Before I moved to LA, I considered calling myself the Florida Hokage, but I don't get day drunk enough.
Hi, I'm Kasim G. You could game with any network that never stopped gaming, or just G4. People say I'm the most handsome G4 host, and I've asked both my parents.
Hi, my name is Kevin Pereira. You could game with any network that never stopped gaming, or just G4. Sometimes, I wonder if my entire life is in a snow globe, inside a YouTube Let's Play.
You could game with any network that never stopped gaming, or just G4. My favorite League of Legends character? The sexy one with weird ears.
Hi, my name is Avali May. You could game with any network that never stopped gaming, or just G4. My life is like a dating simulator coded by my mortal enemy.
My name is Gerard Khalil. You could game with any network that never stopped gaming. Or just G4. Life is a speed run that beats you.
You could game with any network that never stopped gaming, or just with G4. Can you guys add like the Disney? People tell me I look like a young Kurt Cobain, played by an average-looking sketch comedian.
We're in our third of the best of 5 grand final. A return for the head-to-head of G2 Na'Vi. So considering how much Na'Vi just ran away with that first half, I would love to see a G2 pistol. They have struggled to convert. I think they've got 1 in the bank right now.
Far. Yeah, all eyes on G2 for this one. Or that conversation might just start to Na'Vi with another 3-0.
Armored 5-7 for Boomich. If you come out that hut, you may meet that snapping turtle.
Thank God it's not the Julies. There's 1x better odds. Well, almost where we started here, still just heavily favoring Na'Vi right now. And the rookie, look how close he's got his head to the screen. They're boosting up an elevated angle. He's ready for that. And on a couple of jiggles, there's some taps. They're going to continue to push him down. And he thinks better of hanging around.
Okay, and that's the entire squad. Hunter's just doing some housekeeping lobby. Up the ladder, Perfecto, can't believe his luck. It's the first, playing whack-a-mole at this point, and actually dunking a nade down. I think that's against the arcade rules, Perfecto. Didn't quite hit it. Simple's behind him already. Ow. I can't believe it. He's pushed into the lobby and he's taken down Hunter. Nico needs revenge, and he does strike. If Nexa could just find Boomich, it's cost him a great deal, and Nico has to come up clutch. The first provided. 2 to his name already, and it's bit and electronic. But with the P250, he's got a slight advantage in the long-range duels. Whether he'll find them remains to be seen. He's actually just chosen to cut noise. Now, the bomb is loose, so Na'Vi not going to get too concerned about his location. As he crosses in, it's electronics jiggles. And oh, what a shot out of Nico! No! He pulls the pistol out of absolutely nowhere. Nikola Kovac is here, and G2 have won the crucial pistol in our third.
Na'Vi, they're the ones under the pump now.
I got goosebumps after that one. Thanks very much, Nico. All right, let's go. Force buy from Na'Vi.
Simple has been kept relatively quiet. Actually, all the individuals on Na'Vi have been kept relatively quiet. Nobody's needed to pop off. They ground out those 7 rounds as a team. And look at this, the scout just going forward. Simple straight into the crosshair there of Hunter.
He did not like that pistol. You can see he's got a little bit of a frustration in his step. Aggressing. Breaking a couple of the rules that Na'Vi were adhering to so firmly in our first half. It's a powerful angle Electronic has adopted here, whether it's a fade or if they're walking through warehouse. If they do slink secret, much less to report for Electronic, and it's about sound cues at that point. Ear press now to the wall.
Image is coming up secret, but it's the CZ. Oh, not even a chance to fire. Could have been a perfect weapon for the job right there.
Oh, Hunter looked away. He gets the free retrieve. At least he could, not the punish, but now.
Taken out of the equation. Okay. Maybe now Bit can find something. That would put us in a 3-on-3, but it needs to be quick. The bomb still hasn't gone down. A warning shot from Ramp. And actually, yeah, it will be the save. They're able to salvage that scout. That means Simple can get that one back.
Yeah, I think my expectations, if we were to see a G2 resistance in this final, was hinging on a Dust 2 or a Mirage.
Yeah.
One of them had to be in their back pocket coming into this map. But they could very well do it the hard way here on Nuke, the reverse sweep. They are very uncommon. Make sure I'll get Peta to dig into the probability of reverse sweeps and best of fives, but I'll tell you now, for free, highly unlikely. And this is just the first map of that process for G2, and by no means a guarantee.
Smoke walls land again towards Yard. Simple and Perfecto currently reside towards that B bomb site.
Jax, he's got to be really careful here. Really careful. He's faffing around with his nades. He's looking the wrong way. Na'Vi starting to make this hurt. Leaping around the corner. Nexus only good for one. Now the bomb is loose. They need Boomich and they need him now.
He's gonna burn.
He has to. They will finish the job. Amanek secures that. The bomb, however, is under CT rule. 30 seconds. Simple already taking down the king of G2. It's Hunter that will step up. The plucky prince with it all to do. They've got their responsibility.
Oh, he's sprung!
Perfecto up from the vents and they'll take it right back. That is another heartbreak. That's absolutely vicious and they can make it hurt so much more now because G2 have just pushed all the chips into the center of the table with a quivering lip.
Electronic's going to have company.
This is a really big duel. If they can take him out without any bloodshed, without a single casualty, Nico is their casualty. Amanek's looking the wrong way. Electronic does get swung on. Jax has bailed them out of trouble there.
Heaven's the priority here. Look how quick they're moving towards it right now. Jax, Amanek, Nexa with the bomb. They're starting to mount their way up. Bit has to receive this.
He's a smart cookie, though. I have one of the older rosters in attendance here, and he's got the timing again.
Oh my God, this could be perfect.
Timing Bit. Oh, he sees him. He can ruin it all, and he will. The spray is fantastic. Up the ladder they surge. Jax perhaps with more. So low. Could they really make this happen with that low health? 22, make it just 7 health between them, and that's the finish. Boomich with the flourish. Na'Vi remind G2 who they're up against. Na'Vi again, they have these roadblocks, these rounds they keep managing to manufacture and pull out of the hat. That just takes it straight away from G2 before they can start sailing towards a competitive or rather a large advantage.
And this is just wild scenes from Na'Vi here. They're the ones who are going to get that momentum you were just talking about, just because the way they won those rounds. And here he is again, the menace Bit just lighting them up. 4 huge frags. Sure, it's against the eco, but imagine what that does for his confidence here, just shutting them down, locking them out, and putting that 10th on the board. Na'Vi tie things up. And now we can really start getting into the conversation. How many more legs are left in this G2's T side? Imagine the 3-0 again. 1.5 years apart, the same result. Sure, it's looked closer, but it's going to feel the same for G2, I'm sure.
Yeah, catching nades as well. Hunter and Amanek cut down to size. Nice find. Jax still very persistent on his swing. Need a trade. It's provided. Simple with an uncharacteristic miss, and it results in his death now. Perhaps if he could just find Electronic. Amanek has delivered everything G2 could have desired, and that puts them straight back in the fight. Ali, indeed. It's Amanek though. Give the ban a fist bump. It was all him. Gets a pat on the back instead.
That is a huge combo for him to pull off there. A multi-kill that will be remembered in the echoes of this game. They bounce back immediately. They keep that money situation of Na'Vi under control. It's not swelling anymore. An MP9 for Boomich, where he does some of his absolute best work, but I'm sure even he would like to get an M4 in his hands. Pot shots through the smoke, and here's a gap. Simple's going to profit a freebie. Look at that. Nico pants around the ankles for days. Oh dear, that's not the way you want to respond.
That's a bit too deep. Oh, but it does give the grey screen, and now Electronic can't believe his luck. Not only the frag, but a tag onto Jax.
Changes the conversation indeed.
Oh, you wouldn't. Boomich just peppers them from that ladder, despite the inaccuracy. He might want to go further. Cancels that, enables the isolation of Perfecto. Simple from the heavens, appropriately for a god. And oh, not this time. Whistles past, Jax will tuck in. I think he's aware. Still 2v4. Oh. Chances dwindle. Simple's happening. His frag's inevitable. Na'Vi given the 11th to equalize again and immediately thrust G2 back into disarray.
Oh, Jax needs to make sure he does not go down after time here, and Boomich might just want to force the issue. He does. They confirm where he is, and Electronic's getting closer. Jax, you need to hold on to this. You cannot go down after time, and he will be permitted to hold on to this AK. Almost feels like the good graces of Na'Vi not trying to hunt him down there. We cannot get closer than this. Back and forth we go.
And 11 in opening duel. I mean, I talked about it. You saw how Mirage, he just kept falling flat. Look at him go! Straight again. He's the first to fall. Jax has to be the spearhead of the assault, but this time he's just fallen flat again. So it will be 12.
That stat's crazy, and look, it sucks that it's just fallen apart from there. If he backed it up with another, that would have been huge. Well, that was his first opening in 50 rounds.
Yeah, 50.
That's crazy. That just shows how much Counter-Strike has been played between here and there. I actually really want to focus in on the amount of damage G2 can do here. There's 30 seconds left. If they can get a couple of kills and keep this Na'Vi economy humble, down the stretch of this map, they can break them.
Yeah.
This could be the last 20 seconds of importance here. I don't know why Hunter's on the roof. There's no time.
Good flash. What a flash. That's why. And now running straight into the spray. They take one weapon away. Insufficient, perhaps. An AK for Electronic. He'll greet the upgrade with a smile. Na'Vi just completely reaffirming all the suspicions as we saw the head-to-heads with Gambit start to take shape again and again.
A gap again. They definitely mollied this. Can't see it just yet.
Neither is Simple, so Nico will have safe passage this time. He'll get to play Counter-Strike in round 24. IEM though, oh, just shy of the mark. Okay, well they know where Simple is. Another smoke just because they're scared. Looks good on the IEM frag. Out of Electronic, the equalizer. Hunter's really struggling to work with this angle. He disappears off into the smoke. Now, looking like more bodies are dropping. Electronic has finished off the job onto Hunter. Hope starting to... I won't say die. Hope does die last, but Body's definitely starting to rack up for 13 here.
Chances are dwindling at least. Like this one here was one of the last few gun round chances they'll get. Nico, kicking and screaming, takes a big chunk of damage there, and I don't think Boomage is going to let him have anything more.
He's not looking that way. Another frustrating death for Nico on the cards here. He wouldn't go for the knife, he wouldn't.
I don't think so. Boomage not willing to take any of those risks right now. 13 to 11.
I mean, dude, you're 3 rounds away from lifting the trophy.
This is it. It's the pistols again. This is Na'Vi for 14.
Man.
And G2, they've had to do this the hard way. They're going to have to do it again. They need something. An individual needs to step up with a miracle entry. They don't have the weaponry. They don't have the utility. They definitely don't have that momentum. Doors open, spam through. Boomage under pressure here.
Such good flashes. It's enabled at least the first. Perfecto vision practically restored, but he's...
Jax.
Lights out. Jax with a frag. One from the vent side. That's more from Jax. Someone had to be a hero. It's Jax. Affixing the red cape to his back as now he puts Na'Vi on theirs.
He joins the party here with 17, and that's an impact round and a half right there.
Certainly not a 50-round gap between his openings here.
Credit where credit is due, and here we go. The timeout's finished, freeze time as well, and back underway we go.
Oh dear.
The money situation is only great for Simple going forward. So Na'Vi right now, they're going to have a hard time. CT economy broken late in a half is the worst place to be. G2 are poised right now to do exactly that. If he keeps control of this, oh, it's a gap in the smokes again here. Great point out there from the OBS team.
And that is where the molly is destined to go. The flashes will surely nullify some of his vision. Here we go, 25, time becoming a bit of a factor here. It's Boomage and Perfecto. And it's Jax
down the vent.
Down the vent? That's where Simple lives. He'll hear this, and now he knows he can deny the whole dream of G2. Close quarters, they have to find him. He's hitting every shot, the bomb going down. Jax won't get his weapon out in time, trying to spank the bottom, closing the gap, needs a no-scope. Jax has saved them again. And a sigh of relief in the G2 headquarters as it may very well be playing on. Perfecto walks in, and more damage from Jax. The Frenchman has delivered exactly what he had to, when he had to. Nico looks to secure it. 13 is found, and the CT money, as you discussed, in tatters.
They're broken right now. All they have to do, and it sounds simple, is to negate Nico. But negate Simple. But right now, Aminek's got out the Mac 10.
Oh, he's been boosted up for this. He's looking for an opener. He sees Nico's head. He doesn't hit the shot.
Need to keep moving around here and then straight back up towards heaven. One of the maneuvers he could go for is dropping into the site and now creeping hard. And as I said, that's exactly what he's going to go for here.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Next to might full commit to this. That might keep Simple busy. Or at least confirm his location. They're going to advance. Amanek does catch bit with that Amanek 10. Down the vents for Simple, I think. Bomb on its way. He's got 20 seconds. They need to be able to get that down uncontested, but Boomage is still here. Na'Vi can still make this really difficult. Good find. The scout that is Amanek continues to find the info, looking for the deny. Hunter's planted safe from the door. And spotting him out now. Simple, just shy of the mark. Perfecto walking in, could be exploited, and he's gone and found a first.
Bomb's not planted, bomb's not planted, there's no time, there's no time!
What just happened?
They just robbed them, they stole the round. Perfecto, he's done it!
Simple's done it as well! I can't believe it. I thought G2 had done everything.
Why didn't the bomb go down from Hunter? What happened?
I just assumed we were talking about exits. And Na'Vi have resulted in a 14th. piece that one together. I can't quite believe it.
I think Hunter cancelled when Perfecto got the kill door side.
And there was no time.
And there was nowhere to plant. He was between a rock and a hard place. It was simple in decon. It was Perfecto over the double doors.
He opened the door, the sound cue cancelled?
Hunter had to commit the plant.
Oh.
He had to commit the plant.
Okay. Oh, well, the salt definitely present. We know Electronic's good for it, but slipping through the smoke. Topside's vulnerable if they don't hit that shot. He's going to try and take space. It's ballsy. Boomich just had the bomb delivered, and Na'Vi filling the feed with frags. G2 dissolving before our very eyes. Jack's the hero. Partners up with Nico. And not for much longer. Bit brings the aggression into the mix. And just like that, you blink and you miss it. 2 rounds have passed. Nico just blacks out for a second and, ooh, damn, shuts the lights out quick of Electronic. How bad is the buy, Chad? 24?
It's going to be, they're lucky they're on the T side here, but it's going to be rough, right?
G2 Esports and Nuke bomb plants, huh?
This is it. There's 2 timeouts left for G2. Like, you have to take them.
No,
It didn't even call a timeout, Alex. This is it. This is it. Look at the buy. This is it.
Okay, so we could be 5 frags away from Na'Vi picking up the back-to-back LAN wins.
Hey, takers, this is championship point. If Na'Vi...
That's after him. Electronic's too smart. Nex are forced to watch now as all of his hopes and dreams of a resistance in a best of 5, posting something better than Katowice last time. Electronic worming around the smoke. It's just Galil's. The boost could enable at least a little chance.
Oh, the double nades, the double nades,
it's absolutely brutal. Look at their health.
They're gone.
It's over. It's all over. There's nothing left of them. Their hopes and dreams departed a few rounds ago, but their bodies are leaving the server now. Last few voices in this conversation are Jackson Amanek, but Na'Vi, another one, just by a gnat's wing in regulation. They can do it right here and now. Na'Vi looking to become the champions of the first LAN back. Boomich gets the info as well. He's not hanging around. He's not interested in any of that. Up the top vent, Perfecto's waiting. And there you have it. A 1v5 demanded of Amanek. The impossible. It's not happening. Na'Vi, that's brilliant stuff. Walking on into the first LAN back. First LAN, and he played like it was his 10th. Absolutely magnificent performances all round. Perfecto as well, doing so much work, but Na'Vi, Natus Vincere. As the sun shines, so do they. Hard work, it definitely pays off. Blade, just as much his trophy as anyone else's. And the first name is a new trophy. IEM Cologne champions. It's Natus Vincere.
A massive congratulations to Natus Vincere, aka Na'Vi, as we've been calling them all program. Don't get too confused by that one, please, ladies and gentlemen. They are our IEM Cologne 2021 champions. Champagne has been sprayed. My feet are getting absolutely ruined by the resulting mud. And all I have to really do right now, before I try and nick some off the boys, is say thank you so much for watching and enjoying this esports televisual experience. I'd like to now text my mum and tell her how proud she should be of me, but to be honest, she doesn't even know what esports is, and she's still quite annoyed that I left a normal producer job at the BBC to do this, so I'm just gonna go and have a disappointing phone conversation with her. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Counter-Strike out.
Thank you so much, Frankie. What a great rematch between Na'Vi and G2 here at IEM Cologne 2021. Albeit a little 3-0 lopsided romp by Na'Vi over G2. But anyways, that does it for us here at G4's Crash Course. I want to thank our partners and friends at ESL, the incredible Frankie Ward, and of course, all of you for watching. Hopefully you learned something useful about Counter-Strike and are ready to dive into the next tournament. Until then, I'm Golden Boy. See you next time on G4's Crash Course.